weird.
Number 27.
Alright. So, we went to the library.
Actually starting
We
in...
went to the library and Chris opened a book.
Yes. Multiple people opened a book, but only Chris was adversely affected by it.
Chris's eyes do a glow now.
Chris's eyes do a glow, and you suffered a bit of shock.
So, other
Ouch,
than Chris's
Steve.
eyes glowing, what do we see?
You do not see anything.
Okay.
Are they blind? I mean, Ignat's kind of blind, but are...
Hey,
No need to be rude.
don't need to insult the guy with glasses. Come on. This wasn't a choice.
Well, I have become blind. I
Why
no
aren't-
longer can see everything.
Why aren't we in the library?
Because I was moving y'all up.
You're not allowed to move us up. You gotta move us
Oh
down.
wait,
Yeah,
I
how
need to
dare you.
remember to...
Also, can we just love the fact that I made Chris's eyes glow just to explain why she no longer can see correctly?
Uh-huh.
Wait, you can't see?
I lost my expertise in persuasion, so
Perception.
not perception. So my passive perception is no longer 20 something.
It's okay.
It's 12.
I can pick up the slack with my 16. Hopefully.
Well, I just have glowy eyes. I'm going to get it back.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, it's equipped. I'm taking a level
Excuse
of
me.
rogue. I'm getting it back. There's no way I'm not going to get it back. I just need to figure out when I'm going to take that level in rogue.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually.
Next level. Got it.
Anyways.
Did we find any,
Yeah,
thing useful?
did anyone else find anything in the books?
When you two were reading it, after very shortly, you realized there's some very dark magic in these books that is best not read. So unless you want to continue.
I think I'll pass.
Chris
Are there
read
any-
the whole book.
Books that don't include evil magic.
You cannot read
Oh.
them. Finance, library, evil magic.
Chris is going to put the book she just completely finished down. I feel funny.
Chris?
Hi. What's something that I couldn't do before, but that I can do now?
The cha-cha slide.
I don't think that's it. Let's see. I don't know. All you noticed about Chris is her eyes are now doing a glow.
Chris, what's up with your eyes?
I really don't know.
Okay, then.
Is this a Dragonborn thing?
I don't think our eyes normally glow, but they may glow sometimes. I don't know, Alexius?
Weird.
No?
Oh wait. Also, not the only person who's had perception change, huh?
Oh yeah, you can't see in the dark no more.
Yeah, Caleb, I don't have dark vision anymore.
Do you not?
No.
Guys, come on. What are you doing?
I do have light cast on me though.
Since when is Ignatz the only one with duck vision?
How
all
long
of a
is that?
sudden?
20?
Let me double check.
Oh, is it 2020 or like
2020.
2020? Okay.
Cool.
Why don't we go back to the boat and figure this out there?
Yeah. Chris is going to run into every wall in every room. Oh wait, also, what about the kobold? What do we see the kobold that was sitting beside me?
Does Kobold have glowing eyes?
There's a kobold sitting beside him?
Yeah.
Remember the
Yeah, there's a
was
Kobold now, by the way, for the stream.
Yes. Alright, sorry, I was just making sure I didn't miss anything. Get away from that 11.
Wait, what? Away from the 11, did you say?
Yes.
Consent.
Why is there an
The
11?
that you are underneath. Alright, so mostly the stuff in the library, unless you want to try to read it past knowing that it is not a good idea.
What do you mean? I haven't noticed any problems.
Tempt me.
It's not
Oh,
like two
right.
of us can no longer see properly. Although to be
Those
fair,
are
with
the-
Alexius, it's more of a retcon, but
Anyone do investigation, not just reading book?
I would love to after I read my book.
I was trying to just search through the library for information. 'Cause
Okay,
that's what we came here for, and
Does a 10 get me anything?
no. Twice.
yeah, investigation. I'm super great at those.
Want me to join in?
Oh, actually, I am 19.
Nothing else to do.
Okay, yeah, there's
Never
a
mind.
total of 10 spell scrolls you discover.
Ooh, I love those.
I'm the only one that can cast them.
No,
Oh,
any
wait.
spell scroll you can cast, I can cast worse.
Oh yeah.
Anything
Alright,
you
time
can
to go
do,
from
I
every
can
single
do
one.
worse.
Let's see which ones can and cannot be cast. Red.
Anything from sorcerer, cleric, paladin.
Yep.
That's it. That's what we can cast.
I'll fill in wizard. Next level.
There's 10 of these, so it's going to take me a moment. Anything else to do in here? I believe someone has a psychic to meet.
I do.
Psychic?
I gotta meet with that. Oh wait, did we ever grab the wizardy lady?
Yeah, she's
Or
with
is
us.
Yes. She's more than happy to come with you now that he's gone.
Now that we won't die if we try and leave.
Is she not depressed anymore?
We scared the big bad away.
So she lost her depression because the big bad went away.
Well, I mean, probably not entirely, but it's a little bit better,
Chris
I
will
bet.
make her not depressed anymore. Chris tries to play her instrument, fails.
No warlocks in the group.
Nope.
I
That's
think I have
weird.
to say,
There aren't any warlock
Chris
resistant spells.
didn't lose the ability to play the instrument. She just doesn't have proficiency in them. I'd have to say that's gotta be it because that makes no sense.
Listen, she hit her head really hard when she went down on the ice.
Is this a note or is this a G note?
Actually, it's a B flat demi semi hemiquaver.
Oh God. I wish that I could
Ooh,
minimize gaseous form, haste, protection from energy, water breathing, unknown wall of fire.
Chain
hold
lightning and
monster.
disintegrate. Oh boy.
I'll take the last 4. I mean 3.
I can already cast hold monster, so feel free.
Yeah,
The wall of fire.
I'm taking the last 3, and
Oh yeah,
at
and wall
least
of fire.
actually. Okay, which ones do you want? Do you want any of these?
Haste maybe, and yeah, haste. Honestly, just haste.
Okay. Chris runs over and grabs everything but haste. Mine. So that's 9 spell scrolls
Yes.
that we are gonna need very much so pinned because I'm not going to write all of those in my other possessions.
You can add spell scrolls to your normal equipment.
And it's 10 and it's already pinned.
See no, I took all but haste, so that'd be 9.
But you'd have to put the unknown one. Well, no, you could just have level 3 spell scrolls.
Wait, did we ever use the other 2 spell scrolls?
No, we
from
still
that
have the Featherfall, Dimension Door, and Fireball spell scrolls.
Oh, so we still have 3 spell scrolls.
Yes, we
So
haven't used them yet.
I have 12 spell scrolls.
I think I have the Fireball one.
Okay. I have 11 spell scrolls.
You guys have spell scrolls?
Ha ha. Imagine not being able to read magic.
Listen, man, give me 1 more level, okay?
Well, I mean, it's useful, but not what I was hoping to find.
You know what I'm hoping to find? My sidekick.
Alright. So that's the library.
We should probably get out of here.
Yes.
I
So
would say
should
so.
we
I agree.
should we look in places we haven't looked yet?
Yeah. Wait.
Actually, we're in
How
pretty
was-
rough condition.
Yeah.
We are?
Yeah.
So, theoretically, if someone accidentally hit long rest on their
Don't just
character-
hope nothing happens.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, we did also level up. So, like, we had agreed the only thing that we were doing was gonna be
Yeah.
What about this? We check every room, and if we see any enemies, let's just run. Full sprint out of there.
Well, I was hoping to get more information about like the horn or literally anything, but we saved someone, so that's good, I guess.
No Han here, unfortunately.
Fortunately.
Where did my kobold run to? I wonder. I wanted to
Fell down
see-
the stairs, broke its neck.
I mean, that sounds like something a kobold would do, but
It's like the stairs from MV.
Oh,
Oh,
my god.
those stairs.
They were so deadly.
but
That was great.
do I see my kobold that was sitting beside me anywhere?
Sitting beside you.
Yeah, when
It
she was
was-
reading the book.
When?
I said that I grabbed one of those kobold servants and I was petting it while I was reading. Remember?
No, but alright.
I do
gave it so
remember it.
much choice. It probably scurried away once I let go of it though. Ah, it's giant.
B505.
I'll take a
Really
giant
Big,
kobold.
big,
Let's go.
big kobold.
Big boy.
I still want to see the was it Rune Knight? I want to see a Rune Knight fighter kobold.
I'm gonna say what's up to the kobold.
You said what's up to the kobold.
Did the kobold respond?
That's a good question, kobold.
Do I have to respond for my?
Yes, you now need to feel how Caleb feels sometimes.
I don't even know how long it would take you to realize you control the kobold.
Imagine having to talk for two characters. I did that one time, and it was funny.
Wow, yeah, I can't imagine that. No.
And now we sit here for 30 minutes while the DM tries to figure out.
No, now we stood there for 30 minutes while Ashton figures out what to say.
No, this is
No,
the
I
point.
was
This is the point
making
where
a-
the gist of the conversation is conveyed, but not the exact words.
Yeah.
So Chris and the kobold are gonna have a conversation
About accidentally bestowing it with magic.
where
Yeah,
the
whoopsie.
kobold explains that the kobold feels a little funny and can now
Does it
feels an
feel alright?
extreme urge to play an instrument.
Kobold
Mrs.
don't feel
Chris,
so
I
good.
don't feel so good.
I pull out the. I steal Chris's scroll of disintegrate.
This oh no I will cast disintegrate on you. I will take disintegrate just to cast it on you. I guess I'm going to hand the kobold my lyre and some leather armor,
Alright.
and
Kobold.
that's now the kobold is a nice kobold that's going to come and join us and be happy with us
Yes.
until it ultimately gets tired of us and leaves for a chromatic dragon.
Yeah, I'm sure it won't happen. All right.
Y'all ready to go home?
I
We're off.
suppose.
We're
I
off to see the
guess.
Council of Waterdeep, the wonderful Council of Waterdeep.
Please no.
We all gotta hold hands and skip.
Nope, definitely not.
Yeah.
Tyr will stab you with his sword.
Wow, there's a lot of threats of violence between the party today.
Fine.
I'm just gonna kind of vibe and
Chris
stay
is
out of all
going.
of this.
Chris is going to go to Ignat to say, "You wanna skip together?"
Yes, go child.
School child.
No, I'm not. I've been in a war for 3 years, remember?
No, you're a school
Oh.
child.
I'm not a school child.
Chris is just gonna skip by herself because everybody's mean. Unless the kobold wants to join, I guess the kobold's gonna
Listen.
join.
Someone just died. Not in a very skipping mood.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that.
Ashton.
Well, Chris didn't talk to Earthax very much, so understandable. Chris moved on. Oh, I need the vicious mockery insult generator again. If the kobold has vicious mockery.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Chris.
No.
Chris lacks object prominence.
Yeah. I mean, this was established, but
I'm confused. What?
Object prominence.
What
It's
is
what-
that?
it's when you
Ashton also lacks object permanence.
object permanence is the recognition that when you can't see something, it is still there.
It's why babies get confused when you play peekaboo.
Because they lack object prominence.
They can't see your face anymore, so you're not there.
Yeah.
I just forgot about it as a
Uh-huh.
player.
Uh-huh. Likely story. So,
No, I
and
legit-
anyways, let's start actually getting into details.
Alright,
Nice.
time to go skipping home.
Time to sadly walk home because Tyr didn't get this. I mean, what?
We need some sad music.
And cue the Rickroll.
No, we need the music from we need the music from Fire Emblem Three Houses that plays.
You'll have to be a
that's-
lot more
that one.
specific.
This
The-
is the
the
only
one that-
music I have.
The one that plays right after that one that the one thing that I'm not going to.
Why are we marching just so slow?
Because Ashton's actively talking.
DM me what the event is, and I can tell you the name of the song probably. Because I'm a nerd for Fire Emblem trivia.
You
and
do
know
be.
song names.
You are, in fact, a nerd for Fire Emblem trivia.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so what is something happening?
I think.
No.
They're just chatting, and now you're doing it. I'm marking you all out.
Oh, okay.
Squeeze in here a bit.
Yeah, just a I okay.
It's
We were only
fine.
partially in the wall for a little bit. It's fine. Also, Caleb, why am I facing the wrong
Yes.
way?
Oh,
Good question.
what?
Thank you.
Also, just a reminder to the party members who aren't gonna remember at Builder.
So
Bryce is
Dodo.
still a Dragonborn, but he's a different Dragonborn now.
Look, the exact
A
same
different,
time-
different dragon.
I
He-
see no
he's-
difference.
He has changed races very goodly.
His eyes are less reflective now, so that.
So did I gain your glowy eyes? Is that where the glow came from?
Maybe, possibly. Speaking of dark vision, as soon as we get out of here, Master Wind Bag.
Yes.
I don't even have the mask on, do I?
Well,
I
are
do
you just
yes.
holding our hands? Oh wait, no, I have light. Never mind. Mask and bag.
Oh yeah,
Does that take away his dog vision?
yes, but it doesn't matter right now.
I wait till I get out of the cave.
No, right now.
Oh,
Okay.
we're gone. We're dead. Oh no.
Builder,
You
we're
all
gonna make
have-
it back. Builder, we're gonna make it back to the boat.
I know.
Wait a
exactly
second.
what
I
to
know.
do.
Alright, the instant we get on the boat, I have something to do. Which is get my grappling hook back.
Oh man.
Oh. Oh no.
There was two Chris. There are two Chris's.
I only copied Chris.
I know exactly what I'm gonna do about the kobold though. Or not the
This is
kobold,
getting
the
out of
dark vision
hand.
thing.
Now there are two
I
of them.
I can just hold hands with the kobold,
Okay.
Really should.
and the kobold has dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
Aha.
Also, I had light cast.
Yes, but me and the kobold Ignats are gonna be in the back.
You don't have dog vision. Oh, you're just going to basically always have light cast when you need it.
Pretty much. It lasts an hour. It takes an action to cast.
Yeah. I'm making sure I'm tweaking everyone's things on no main page.
I really should. I think Builder said once he gets light, he's gonna let me use the Shadowfell brand tattoo.
Right. Alright, so you all good to return back to Waterdeep?
Yeah.
The crew of the ship is fairly good, so they. Oh.
How are we gonna explain to the dude that we just watched one of his top knights die?
I think that's a pretty good explanation. He died.
Death by dragon.
There
I
was
was
there
too
was a
busy-
dragon there.
I was too busy trying to not also death by dragon to do anything about it.
Found it.
Alright. Getting out to see a moving ice is pretty uneventful.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
God,
Okay, so I'm
Nice.
good to hit the long rest button because I never actually did.
Yes.
How many days does it take to get out? Or does it take?
I think like I think what I would say 2 days to get out.
Okay.
Ashton, please give me 2 um charisma saves.
Oh no.
Charisma saves.
I think it's charisma. Let me verify.
It's probably just the effects ending on him.
Oh,
27
cow.
and 26.
Sure.
Sorcerer Dober. I mean, Bard would also Dober, but
Yo, Caleb. Builder found the sad music.
Yes, I saw.
one thing of note, that for the first at least good while of the trip is that Alexius hasn't like repaired his armor and stuff as fast as he normally does. Normally it's like the day after anything happens, he'll have it in like perfect condition again, but it seems to have like not changed at all. Also, he is pretty much constantly patrolling, and he sleeps on the deck of the ship when possible.
Chris is standing on the bow of the ship with her.
You okay, Alexius?
In the
Okay,
wind.
buddy.
He insists that he's fine.
Okay.
What do I don't believe you?
Kobold is gonna do kobold things.
Yes.
Like stay
Sorry.
below the deck because the sun is bright.
Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out name. Alright, so getting out of sea moving ice was fairly simple.
Was it though?
And the sail back to Waterdeep's completely uneventful. Though it takes another 5 days because winds are annoying.
I hate wind.
I do too.
Excuse me.
Can win.
Wind is for windy boys.
Oh, frick, I missed something. You all do make one stop. Macab does wish to not go to Waterdeep. She has more important stuff to be doing.
Okay.
Stop by the remains of Neverwinter. And she requested to be let off.
Are we gonna let her?
I
I
mean,
mean, we confirmed she was alive, and that
she's
was our
alive
job.
and she's free from where she was, so I think
I guess.
we are done with her.
Chris is just going to ask that she please, like, send a.
Unless she
send
had
a
any special information
message.
about the horn herself.
Yeah. She's returning to the, Arcane, what is it, Brotherhood?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's the organization she's part of.
She can work with them to get us more help. That would be nice.
Yep. Alright.
Yeah, I don't have anything I need from her unless she has any particular information about the horn or something.
She knows of it. She can give you any information you want on it, but not all of it's like current whereabouts.
Okay. I figured as much.
Can I
They
take
got
her
taken-
POs?
We
Yes.
want all of the information about the horn. All of it.
Well, we pretty much have all of its historical information. We need to figure out present.
Basically, she could give you the stat block and tell you it was taken away by robed figures.
Mm-hmm.
Robed figures.
Yep.
Robed figures suck.
Alright, so welcome to Waterdeep.
We did it.
Shopping episode.
I'm so down.
And by the time we've gotten to Waterdeep, his equipment is back in good condition.
Okay.
Oh, so that was just a
Chris's
temporary fix?
equipment still looks like we were attacked by a bunch of stuff. Seeing as she's gonna go buy new clothes.
Anything non-magic goes as buy for price listed.
What about spell components? included?
Yeah.
Alright.
Unless it's some like exotic spell component.
How about a scrying pool worth 1,000 gold pieces?
Exotic, but probably still possible because it is water deep.
Alright.
Yeah, it's not the
give it
most
a
exotic spell component I can think of.
What if it was what if it's the clothes of mending? How much is that?
Magic items are again next to impossible to find.
Even common
Oh,
ones?
Banker, what are my funds that you were allowing me to use?
I don't know how much have you requested.
50? Is a measly 50 gold pieces okay?
Yeah?
Yay! Actually,
Let's go
wait.
get regular
No,
clothes with
I need more than 50.
clothes,
Heck.
and I will
60?
try to learn how to
Okay, sure, you have
cast
60.
mending.
Thank you. You're the
Does
best.
anybody have mending?
I do.
Yay! I don't have to buy the clothes of mending. I can just buy regular clothes. Next step.
Yeah.
And also, how much are clothes?
But yeah, even common magic items are hard to find.
Depends on them. I feel like clothes and mending is one of those things that everyone would probably want for the most part.
How about a ruby
Hey.
of the war mage?
I never remember what the ruby does.
It basically makes an item, usually a weapon, into, I think actually explicitly a weapon, into a focus.
Yeah, you could probably find that. It's common enough and not massive demand because most wizards aren't fighting.
So, question: arcane focuses.
Yes.
Can I find one of those?
Okay, so I gave.
Because while I do have the
60 to
wand, since it is capable of breaking, I want to go ahead and buy an arcane focus just in case. Can I get a staff?
That's not magical, is it?
I don't know how arcane focuses work.
No, it's just normal equipment.
It's just a staff.
Alright,
Okay.
4 gold left.
And how much would the ruby of the war mage be?
What is it? Probably 100-ish.
Okay, reasonable.
Alrighty. So now
I'm assuming
you're
all splitting up because it does take you time to find all this.
Now I have a stick that does bludgeoning damage.
Oh no.
Somewhere. Yeah.
There's my second attunement slot.
Why can I cast Green Flame Blade with the staff?
Because it's a staff, the quarter staff.
Did somebody want my
Okay.
spare hand crossbow?
I thought I already had your spare hand crossbow. No, no, that's my hand crossbow.
No, but you did offer the bow, right?
Yeah. I have a spare crossbow and a spare longbow. I am carrying a couple of weapons.
I wouldn't mind the bow.
The longbow?
I can't use the hand crossbow, so.
Yeah, the longbow.
Alright, here you go, buddy.
Ooh, I am gonna take that. I'm gonna go ahead and take that rogue multi-class next level so I can get my weapon proficiencies back too.
Alexius, you now have a longbow. Do you want arrows with it?
Yeah, just give me 20.
Alright, bet.
Okay. So, I would like to go buy what's it called? A short sword for the kobold. If I can figure out how much short swords cost.
Alright, I've attached the ruby of the war mage to my longsword and attuned to it.
Okay, that's 10 gold points.
At some point.
Are short bows simple weapons?
Maybe.
Because I feel like a short bow would be a lot more useful than a sling.
Short bow is a. Doesn't say here. I don't have my player's handbook out. I don't know where it is. So I don't know.
Should I buy rations again? Because all of mine died in the weird dank cave.
Yeah, we have the spell, so we don't need them, but it wouldn't hurt to have them on occasion.
I'm gonna keep my rations to
How much
feed
do
to
they
the
cost again?
kobold.
It's 5 silver each.
Okay.
Where's the source books? There we go. I really need to get a physical source book.
Spent 2 gold to get 4 rations just in case we need them.
Oh, also we have those 5
Yeah.
gemstones. At some point we need to find someone willing to purchase.
I have no idea what else to buy. I've got my spell components. I got the component pouch.
I need to add.
Fresh my bolts.
Sure.
Got that.
Oh, I forgot. There was one thing I wanted to do on the boat ride.
Oh.
Let me make. Oh wait, no, that's not a cleric spell, is it?
Oh.
I highly doubt it's a cleric spell. It is not. Nope. Okay. We need to find someone who can read their tablets we got.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
So we might want to look around in our contacts and see if we can find someone.
Okay, I think that I did both of those right. Now the kobold has better weapons. The only thing I need to know now is the price of arrows.
Got price of arrows. It's like gold for 20.
Yeah, I think that's
Gold
right.
for 20.
Half a gold for 20.
Ooh, even better.
So shopping. How goes?
Uh,
Translating those things. Does tongues work?
Tongues would not work on text.
Yeah.
Comprehend languages would be needed to read text. Which is a first level spell, but it's not a cleric spell, which is why I can't do it.
Now the only question is do I want to concentrate on Ignat's arrows having fire damage or the kobold's arrows having fire damage?
Who can fire more arrows?
Ignat's, but that changes the amount of rounds we'll have the fire.
Yeah, but also who has combat spells?
I'll have
Or
one
just
soon.
spells in general.
Me.
I'll have 2 soon. 3.
I gave the kobold mostly help spells. Either stuff to help itself.
One last
not
thing with
die or
shopping is the 5 gemstones we have. That
Yeah.
I don't think we need as material components, so I think it's worth selling.
Yes.
When you gave them to us, you said they were worth 100 each, so how much do we get for the 5 of them?
5. I don't ever remember what the selling of gemstones. Like 475.
Sounds good.
Something.
I'll go into the party funds. $135. Yeah, all I need left to do is get the tablets and then get in touch with
Yes.
council, see if they've got any leads on whatever they've been working on.
Yes.
Oh.
You also need to talk about like the whole dead person, I believe.
Yeah, we need
do
to
need
inform him
know.
about his night.
Unfortunate demise.
Oh.
I'm scared.
Alright. So what do you want to do?
Also, was I by any chance able to convince the kobold to put on some nicer clothes?
Clothes, yes, nice clothes. Is still a kobold.
Nicer, as in not a loincloth.
Yes.
So,
Yeah,
are
so
we done shopping?
one of the first things we would have done before the whole shopping spree would be contact. I don't think we actually. No, we probably did get a name for him. I just don't remember it.
One of the lords.
Inform him about his night.
Yes.
That would be one of the first things on the list. Do.
Let me go try to find his name.
I'm gonna put the long sword and the rapier in.
So,
Dallas Lamahib, I think.
It's not in my notes, so I don't know.
Ella Silmerheld.
Oh, right, because I didn't have my notebook then.
Yes. He is, of course, saddened, but it is the life of being a knight. That you don't always get happy endings.
Nope.
And he will form any family that he had of it. I believe that is none, but
Then probably we want to get the tablets translated before we go try and contact the council.
yes, I have something I want to bring up before we go and contact the council.
Yes. Uh-oh.
Oh, is that yes? Like go talk about it?
It's yes. I want to hear what it is.
So, while I was out shopping, I've run into a person, and
Huh.
they've passed this note to me.
Oh.
Reading this. Caleb, am I good?
yeah. It's written in common, so I'm assuming anyone can read it.
Holy cow.
I feel like we might want to look into this, considering a blue dragon mask is involved, or the blue dragon mask.
Let's go!
This seems somewhat important.
I am going to collect all of the wait, I probably shouldn't do that one. I'm going to collect as many of the masks as I can.
I made sure no one was following me or anything. He bumped into me in like a weird way, like a shady way. I ran into a store to read it first.
Uh-huh.
The mask is here in Zonthal's Tower. Is that a place in Waterdeep?
I think I need your choice of Arcana or mostly history, but also Arcana.
I will take
I'm
a
gonna do history.
Oh wait, can I do the history check?
24.
You're not from this board.
Yikes.
Fortunately.
11.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
rolled
but I've
24.
read it.
Do I know?
Yes, you do know it. It's legendary. It has a rather legendary known. Xanathar level was a very interesting character. He was an ancient wizard like centuries ago. That was like the most peculiar level. He was a lone traveler, but then built this basically impenetrable tower out in the middle of nowhere that eventually um turned it into a type of basically his home, but he also took on apprentices. Um You remember there is a town near it, actually named Xanathar Tower because it's surrounding the tower.
Yeah.
However, approximately about a century ago, he sealed the tower off and hasn't been seen from since.
Wizards, man.
So I'm gonna relay all of this to the group as if like acting like, oh yeah, no, I've been there before. I know where that is.
His various deeds is fairly extraordinary. He was a fairly powerful wizard.
I'm sure I visited there at some point during my life. Yes, that life.
Can I roll an insight check?
On words on paper?
No, on Chris.
Oh.
Yeah.
Relaying
Chris
the
trying to
information.
tell us that she's been there.
The question is, give me a second.
But
24.
why would you have been there?
Check your DMs.
So yeah.
There's an important question.
You have no clue about that, Ashton.
Dim Shadow.
Well, then I don't know.
You don't have recollections of what happened. You know something was there.
I'm sure I tried to visit it at some point. Magic is cool.
Well, you've been in the south most of the time.
I don't know where the city is, anyways. So.
It's not a city. It's a tiny little town built around.
Well,
It existed a century ago for the purpose of the apprentices and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, it's just here.
It's just here. Then nah. Have you ever heard somebody try and pretend they know more than they know?
Yeah. But we can't pass up an opportunity to get another mask.
No, we can't.
These are important for the cult.
Opportunity.
The one thing is that I was thinking about, we are definitely known to the cult now.
Oh, absolutely.
This could also be just a huge trap.
Entirely. But
I can
try to find out.
Chris definitely does not want to pass this opportunity up because, new dragon mask, different resistance.
Let's try and find somewhere secure, somewhere with a trusted person.
Yeah. Can we go visit Unthar?
Doesn't he live in, Eltruel?
Yeah,
right. Listen.
Bitfall.
Imagine remembering the name.
If we go to where the council's been meeting, there might be a place where we could discuss there.
We're just standing out in the middle.
Should I contact what is it, Silverhand? Is that her name?
Trying to think who you're trying to refer to.
The open lord?
I mean, hearing about this is a very well built and guarded tower that we are going to try and infiltrate.
Yes.
Going in with the assumption that it's filled to the brim with the cult. So
yes.
I don't think our scraggy little party of 5 is going to suffice.
Well, we need to figure out what's actually happening first.
Just general location, because you do know it's very southern tip of Sunset Mountains.
Okay.
I don't know where the Sunset Mountains are. You're gonna have to give me a minute.
It's near where you live. In Bryce.
Oh.
Then I could have gone there.
But still, the question is, why would you go there?
Sunset Mountains, there they are. Cool. Yeah, okay, I see it.
What?
Magic is cool.
Okay, you can look at a tower. You can't get anywhere near it. It's protected.
Yeah, but
it has magical hedge actually that protects it from all traps.
And so there's no reason to go see the Leaning Tower of Pisa?
Maybe.
anyways.
So we need
Why?
to what?
The depiction of this, I'm a bit disagree with. The tower was too short and it has a dragon on it.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm sure it probably actually has a dragon on it, honestly, at this point.
Why wouldn't it? But yeah, we need to get somewhere secure. We also need to get these. We need to get these things translated. We need to discuss this, and we need to figure out our next step. I think the best place to start is, I don't know, do we contact Silverhand?
I would. That makes sense.
Do I have sending prepared? I probably don't.
Wait, you said it was
I do.
near where me and Bryce are from, right?
Yeah, it's north of there.
So we aren't gonna have to do too long of a journey for that.
Oh yeah. So you do have spell components you need to buy.
I do.
But we'll get to that. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Sending to Silverhand. I don't remember her first name or whatever. And basically convey we need to meet in a secure place. Possible new lead. Yeah.
Response. Come to Peregrine Palace.
That's where we've been meeting, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's effectively our home currently. It's where the Open Lord lives.
Mm-hmm.
And walks from.
Say we head there.
Agreed. It'd be nice if we could get
That was the
someone...
sound of agreement?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you think there's anyone we could find that's been to the tower before and knows its layout? Or
Been
if there's
sealed
like
for a
maybe...
century.
They're probably all
Hence
dead.
why I'm asking the question.
And before
There's
that,
races that live longer than a century.
Yeah, we'd have to find someone.
We'd have to find a long-living apprentice.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is Waterdeep. Big city. Many peeps.
Possible, but we'll see.
Alright, so...
We're heading to the palace?
Yes. You've made it to the palace. Congrats. Well fun initiative. The palace would like to eat you.
Oh no.
Is it a mimic?
Yes.
Mimic Palace.
18!
It's fine. Alright, so when you get to the palace, the guards spot you all and hail you. Greetings. The lady would like to talk to you. Follow us.
I'm gonna use my silver hand dice today.
Your what?
That's what one of the official dice sets are.
She has her own dice set?
Yep.
Damn.
Fancy.
Okay.
And with big
Flexing on us.
D20s and everything.
What next? You gonna be in a Z Bashu video? Oh wait.
Huh?
In fact, I have a big picture of her somewhere in that drawer over there. I'm gonna go get it.
Okay, so we'll follow the guards.
Hang on.
What?
You guys are kidding.
Yeah.
Why?
Don't know. It's Laryl Silverhand's Explorer's Kit.
Alrighty, I think I put it in with my rhyme from the first.
What, do you not have an explorer's kit?
Oh, it gives you some
Clearly,
information
it's
about
not an
Hall.
important person. Sorry, it's just how it is.
Did I not put them in with my?
Alright, so they lead you back fairly deep into the palace to one of her many meeting chambers,
Mm-hmm.
and she is still waiting for you all. Alright, welcome back. How
It's good
goes
to
your
be back.
expedition?
Yes.
It could have went better.
Uh-huh.
That's
I
for sure.
almost died.
We all almost died.
Well,
One of us was more than almost.
we got lucky. We made it out.
We got
Mostly
very lucky.
intact.
And we recovered these, and I have 3 tablets. I believe there were more though. Someone else has them.
Yes, I think Ashton and his other bag of holding.
I have 2.
Yep, so we have the 5 tablets
Aha.
from the Dragon's Lair. Don't know how relevant they are, but regardless, they might be important information of some kind.
I'll see to them getting translated. I'm unaware of this script when glancing over them.
And then, and I'll look at Ignatz.
So, while we were doing our shopping, as we got back and desperately needed supplies, a strange hooded figure crossed my path and gave me this note, leading to a possible lead where we could get the Blue Dragon mask if we help him out.
Oh?
He seems to be in the Cult of Dragon but wants out, and wants our help to take down the cult now. He's informed us that the mask is currently in Xenathal's tower.
That's an old place.
It's a what?
Good question.
Old.
It is old, apparently.
I
don't
just
know
realized
well myself, but
if you
I've
guys
been told.
if you guys were talking about someone who might have been there. We're currently talking to someone who might have been there.
What race is Silverhand?
I don't think she's that old, if I remember correctly from her card.
She's a real character.
What does
She's like-
what does she
isn't she
appear
like
to be at the
100
very
years old?
least?
What year is it? It's like 14 something?
1489.
So she's human.
Uh-huh.
She has a birth date listed on the wiki.
Yeah.
765.
Yeah.
So I told you she was old enough.
Wizards, man.
Well, no,
she's a
it has
wizard?
nothing to do about her being a wizard.
Yeah, she's a
Yeah,
wizard.
no.
But
It has nothing to do with her being a wizard.
Isn't it more so to do with her being immortal or something?
I don't know, this is daughter of, like, I think, like, demigod, technically, like, daughter of a god. That's her parentage.
technically not the D&D definition of demigod, but yes. There's-
During that conversation, as I'm like telling her what the note says, I have handed it to her, so she gets the full detail
Yeah.
and not just my rambling. But
What is that sound?
Not me looking for the card with information on it.
Ashton.
I want to see what. I want to re-refresh on what she looks like. Okay.
if I may, can I continue the conversation?
Yes.
With her? All right. If I may be so bold, I think me and my party, if with help, could maybe go and pursue this quest. If you're willing to give us the supplies and support.
Any
Especially the supplies.
full force attack is going to fail.
No, yeah, absolutely.
What's the reasoning behind that?
Because
saying
they'll-
it's defended.
Because you cannot assault the tower with force.
You will die trying.
So do we need to sneak in somehow?
Yeah, probably.
Most likely.
We aren't the stealthiest bunch.
You can go in, but if like a army shows up, those is going to bunker down.
We'll need to approach, at the very least, approach
Diplomatically.
less diplomatically, more without them taking extreme notice.
Hi, I'm Chris. I would like to learn more about this tower here.
Okay, Dardo Mistra.
Jesus Christ.
Interesting. I lost my cards and I'm upset.
And yeah, Immortal.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what else to ask her.
I'm currently thinking of what to ask Muhammad.
Oh, yeah, you work on that. I'll
look!
work on the physical plane.
Gods are gods!
What?
Huh?
Gods be gods. In order to board them, she took control over a person.
Yeah,
A lady.
sounds like a god.
So she's a god in a human body?
No, she has divine rank 0.
She
She's
was
not
born
a
from a
god.
god in a human body.
No, I'm confused.
Yeah.
The god
Good.
that gave birth to her had to make a human do that.
Basically,
Wait.
from what I can tell, it's basically couple about to give birth. God decides to jump in and become lady and give birth
You
instead.
said it's at the south of the Sunset Mountains?
Yes.
As in the same mountains that has the Well of Dragons in it.
Yes.
Oh,
Mhm.
Lord.
Well, Dragons north.
Yeah, but still close, which... Oh boy.
Here's is Well of Dragons.
What?
What is the Well of Dragons?
Their giant base of operations.
Heck, that's right. I thought we've heard it before, and I was like, it's something.
Well, I'm sure we'll be fine. I can get us there real quick. I think.
Yeah, it makes sense though for him to like be in the cult. He would have to be at the main place. So
I'm gonna put my other big D20 over here. Missing some dice.
by the way, where is this on the map so I can get an idea of like where the heck are we looking? 'Cause I
About
don't
in the
wanna just
middle,
click random
or
places.
no. Yeah, if you go about, so about 3/4 of the way to the right, and then just a little below the middle.
From Waterdeep?
No, the entire map.
Oh Christ. 3/4 to the right and about in the middle.
A little bit lower than the middle.
A little bit lower than the middle.
There's a ring
Oh,
of like...
Sunset Mountains?
Yes.
I was
Okay.
gonna say you could go to Boulder Gate and across.
Yeah. I would like
Is the
to
tower on the map?
No. I would like to consult
Okay.
Bahamut about this letter, though.
Alright. What questions do you have for Bahamut?
That will take a minute, so I will do that. Permitted.
Right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna ritual cast this.
I like the
don't think I
official
need spell
dice
block.
so much because the D100, the numbers are pointed differently, and I can point the D100 and D10 the
So,
same way.
first things first. The most important question. Did the person write this letter as a trap for us?
And this is... I'm just trying to make
This
sure
is
what
commune.
match... Okay,
This is the 3 yes or no questions. Or at
I
least
want the
to the
response.
best of
I
his
want the
knowledge.
response. I want the response to be 8-ball. Try again later.
Try again later. This is yes or no questions to the best of his knowledge.
Try again later.
Try again later. I really want to know where those cards went. Those were expensive.
How much do Bahamut knows? Because they're not
Good question.
omniscient.
No?
And I'm trying to figure out because this does feel. I feel like they'll probably not wash up in him.
No.
Makes you
Unclear
think
is an
that.
option.
I feel like unclear on this one because he
Alright.
they're actively trying to not have him involved.
Yes. Let's see if he can figure out this one, though. Is Galavan the Blue at the tower? Because that was one of the worm speakers.
I feel like the answer most likely not.
Okay.
So probably no. Or most likely, I can do short phrases, so most likely not.
Yeah, if a single yes/no would be not great, then
He could have walked into a lead line box and then teleported
mhm.
there.
And this one's also going to be bordering on possibility. At the very least, do people in the tower know that we are possibly coming soon?
No.
Okay.
There's towers, because I'm trying to figure out, because both I'm having to do with Bahamut's general knowledge, plus the tower's protected.
Yeah.
Like, very, very well protected.
Alright, that's it for that.
Like, this guy did not want visitors, period.
Yeah.
Actually,
any
I
kind?
do have a way. I do have one question for her.
That's probably
Does she have a way for us to, like, teleport or warp there in a means so we don't have to travel the entire continent?
I know
do.
someone who does.
I have teleport circle.
Oh,
And
I just have to go
conveniently,
buy the
one of the
material.
destinations he knows, or she knows, is closest town.
Really, really close.
neat. Just because I'm worried about the letter at the end there being very,
Urgent,
please hurry
yes.
or I die. I don't want to have to travel the continent to get there. Also, there's something else that this letter tells us, which is the cult definitely very much knows about us.
Oh yeah, because this
Either
guy
way.
knew about us.
Trap or no trap, people just randomly in the cult know us now.
Swiper, no swiping.
Yeah, being recognized like that in the street, not great. But there's nothing we can do about
I
it.
am wearing bright green clothes. It doesn't help.
You are probably
am
the
also
most. Here's the thing: you are probably the most conspicuous or inconspicuous person.
I'm also
Yeah.
wearing a bright red dress, and I am a gold-colored dragonborn.
So to be fair, you look like any other venturing party.
Yeah. Here's mostly just noticeable because, religious symbol not many people have.
Also,
Well,
big buff half elf with full plate armor and an eye patch. That's
yeah.
pretty iconic.
How often do you see one of those?
Every day. On your way to work.
I mean, I see one of those every day on the way to work.
Wait, holy shit. Is Tyr half elf?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
How did you not know that?
god. I don't know. For some reason my mind is placed here as another dragonborn this entire campaign.
What?
I genuinely have just...
Well, I mean, to be fair, his profile image was a dragonborn when we first started this.
It was,
campaign.
yeah. He was using the old Alexius icon.
Yeah, I was using the OG Alexius icon.
All right. I think my opinion is we need to take the chance here.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so too.
Due to the potential pressing matters, it's probably not enough time to assemble a full council to advise. But if you want to do this for the council, I'll make them aware and make them aware of your travels up in the what's it called? Sea of Moving Ice, and translate these.
That would be much appreciated.
Yes.
Imagine appreciating things.
Do you think this tower has been like charted by anyone? Like, no, never mind.
It's a town built around it.
Mm-hmm.
If we get into the town, I'm sure we could probably ask. Maybe.
I'm trying to think. Like, can we get a layout of the tower to see like
we need
what
someone
room
who's
it might
been in
be
there
in?
before.
Should we just ask her? Do you, by any chance, know someone who's been in the tower?
I mean,
He was extremely secretive. See, the extreme means he's gone to protect his old home.
Mhm.
His few apprentices, which all left, are more than likely not going to speak.
Yeah.
Respect for
anything to
old
say
master.
about it.
How about wish you don't exist if you try to confront them?
They can use wish.
They literally,
It's been
Well, they can
100
probably at the
years
very
since
least
they
use
were
time
taught
stop.
to be a wizard.
yeah.
Okay, never mind. I think I'm good. I'm not gonna try and torture them. Anyways.
Yeah,
Um,
just for some weird reason, I know that Archmage's stat block does have time stop. Just for some weird, just really weird reason. I don't know. It's
it does, and I
not
don't
concerning
like
at
it.
all.
Why
I
are you
don't
so
like it.
weird about saying that?
What's the
Uh,
most?
Because I think we're about to fight. Aren't we about to fight an Archmage in
Oh no.
the Candlekeep? No,
Anyways,
totally not. Totally not.
So
I mean,
Anyways.
I'm totally not supposed to know that knowledge at all.
yeah, due to the pressing circumstances here, we
should go.
should go.
Yes.
To the store to buy a whole bunch of chalk.
Thank you for your time. And we will go buy some crystal chalk.
Oh god, why?
Why what?
It's
Oh,
so loud.
It took you a while.
He's
Oh,
done.
the stream?
No.
Yeah, it took me a bit to go back and finally do it.
having
Oh,
the
the
music, is
music.
good.
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, I realized
Alright.
I forgot the Ignatz.
So yeah, we will give our greeting or our
Yes. Goodbyes.
goodbyes. That'll work. I was trying to think of a more formal word, but that works very well. To Silverhand. Farewells. That I like that one. And we will go buy some crystal chalk for Chris.
Yes.
I'm going to buy. Let's see, I have 200.
We need at
Oh,
least
Chris.
2 castings of it.
I was gonna buy 4 castings of it.
All right, is this out
Probably
of your money?
Yes, out of what I had in my
Yeah.
bag of holding.
Okay.
Yeah, but Water Deep is Water Deep. Though it is evening time
Mm-hmm.
by the time, just because of everything.
So should we?
Bouncing Ignats.
I don't think it'll make much difference. Do we rest here and then go there in the morning, or do we do it there now and rest there for the night?
I doubt it'll make a difference.
Yeah, that's what.
So it's.
I mean, Alexius, don't you want to go home?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. So, what are we doing?
Has Alexius told any of us that this is near his home?
No.
Okay.
I know it
I feel
is.
like I know nothing about Alexius in character. Other than that, he's just this cool guy who's vibing. Mostly.
Bryce,
Mm-hmm.
does Alexius seem nervous at the thought of going there, like to this town?
No, nervous
Can
is
you
far
now?
from it.
I can't. I'm stuck in a box now.
Yes.
Can Chris
That's
grab
not gonna stop me,
Alexius
you know.
for a little side conversation?
Sure.
Okay.
What's happening?
I'm confused.
Something's happening on Roll20. Ignatz is dancing. There's a box.
Oh no.
2 Ignatses. But the
Wait.
second one's gone now.
Okay.
Okay, Chris is gonna grab Alexius for a little side conversation, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh, an actual. Okay. Sure. Okay.
I think we gotta wait on Caleb. Or no, I don't know. So Alexius, why do you seem kind of nervous?
He doesn't. He actually does seem fairly indifferent as to where they stay for the night.
Okay. I thought that you seemed upset about it. Never mind then.
Nice conversation.
Nice conversation.
Lived with me for this long and never noticed I'm a half elf.
You're always wearing the armor, so it's, it's hard to notice sometimes, and,
This is impressive, Ignatz.
Well, thank you.
so
That was
side
not
note,
a compliment.
Beto has lost his Ignatz permissions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have, yeah.
Unfortunate.
But I haven't. You want to know the one thing I haven't lost?
Your glasses?
Let me paint you a picture.
Ah. Nice.
Oh no.
So I'm for probably staying here for the night. We'll probably get not significantly better lodging, but decently.
We could go
Yeah.
stay at your
Moderately.
parents' house.
Been down that road before. Nope. Okay.
Nice.
Thank you for doing that on stream.
It's in the wrong spot.
What is
It's in the wrong
happening?
spot, though.
What is happening? Does anyone have any particular preference other than?
No.
I mean, I would love to go there and see a new town.
Well, we're going there regardless, but I'm just saying.
Yes,
Where
but
do
if
we-
we go in the morning, we won't have time to drink.
You could drink tonight if you wanted.
Are we
Reason.
drinking the sorrow of death away, fellow companion?
Yeah, basically.
Bet.
I'm gonna turn to the kobold and ask the kobold if it wants some.
That's what you're after. You'll probably find better drink here.
Probably. But will I find better friends?
We're all here.
I mean, you know why Chris goes to drink.
Alright, time for the Yawning Portal Tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Oh lord.
As long as you don't go down, it's just a tavern.
Just don't jump in the pit. Well, pay a gold to be lowered into the pit.
So it's like just jump in the pit.
Did you just say pay a gold to be lowered into the pit?
Yeah, and then pay another gold to come back up. There's an entire ginormous dungeon under this tavern. Well, under
Is
the
that
entire
where-
city, but there's an entrance here.
Oh, is that where that thing takes place?
Yeah, this is where this is the Yawning Portal, which has the Yawning Portal. This is the Yawning Portal Tavern, which has the Yawning Portal, which is an entrance to the dungeon Undermountain, which was built by Halistar, the Mad Mage.
That happens to be the setting of one of the.
Yes, Dungeon of the Mad Mage. That one. Halistar Blackcloak, I think, was the actual title.
Alright, so what do y'all do?
I
Tavern?
stand valiantly in the middle of the city with my cloak billowing in the wind.
Of
It
course,
doesn't
of
exist.
course.
Alright.
I think we stay in Waterdeep for the night.
Alright. So, tavern costs, what is it, like a couple silver each?
Yeah.
I believe so.
What do we need to pay?
What is it, like 4 silver I meant to say? Per room?
Between 3 and 5, it's one of those numbers. In
So,
that range.
4.
4 works.
4 silver per night.
I paid for mine.
Pay for mine.
Pay for mine.
Alright.
Will Ignatz ever not be poor?
I should really just give you some So just money to have. Huh?
Pocket change.
Yeah.
I mean,
Here's
I
a
was
pocket change.
rocking-
100 gold.
I was rocking 1 silver for like a whole month there.
Yeah, you were, huh?
Chris is gonna run up to Alexius. Hey, can I borrow some pocket change too?
Oh my god.
Okay, that chalk was expensive.
It was, yes.
I only have. Well, no, I still have some money, so I think I'm good. I forgot how much I left in that bag of holding. Does our night go eventfully, or does somebody try and rob us during the night?
Is it eventful or is it eventful? Given those options, probably eventful.
Maybe.
I'm
How-
kind. I want to try out my new character.
However, I prefer uneventful.
Mm-hmm.
I do too.
Alright. Welcome to morning.
At some point, probably in the morning before we leave, I would like to go buy some lilies, just like a bundle of lilies.
Okay.
How much for flour?
I have no clue.
Just give me a number.
2 silver.
All right.
They are fresh flowers.
I'm ready to go.
You ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go.
Alright. Are you going?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So I'll stand in a circle and go.
And I'm gonna draw the circle, and I'm gonna go, huh, and then we're all gonna teleport.
Well, no, you do that for a minute.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. For
No,
an
you
entire
draw
minute-
you draw the circle and then go.
No, for an entire minute I go,
Well, I feel like it's during the time you're drawing the circle.
during the time I'm drawing the circle. I'm just over here going,
Yep, you heard it here first, folks. The verbal components for teleportation circle is just for a
So
minute.
says Chris. But all right, let's go.
Yes. Welcome to what's its name? City.
Ooh, it's dark now.
What is the
What?
name of the city?
I don't know. The
Did I-
title screen is just dark now.
Did I pick the wrong map? No.
I don't know. Bryce set the city.
What? What?
That's one of the cities. It's right here. I don't remember which.
Lights off.
Oh, you want the city's name? It's Uriabor.
I
Yeah.
believe right now you actually want the lights on, as the problem is we can't see anything.
No, but like dynamic light is turned off.
Yeah, we can't see anything. It's just dark.
Weird.
Just dark.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay, it's
Nope,
turned on
still
full
can't
brightness.
see anything.
Well, that's because you don't have a kilter.
Oh.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
I don't need one anyways. That's okay. I don't need one. I can just be an omnipotent being. Oh, hi.
Alright. So welcome to that place.
Mm-hmm.
What would you all like to do?
Did
Am I
I even
supposed-
spend any actual time here, or did I just meet Alexius?
I don't know.
That's why I'm asking Caleb.
It's your kilter?
Sure.
Where have we teleported?
It's the town of Uriabor. It's on the river south of the Sunset Mountains.
Yes. You've been here before.
I'm gonna go to my favorite shop, and I'm gonna say
Oh,
hi.
okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna wave at
Oh,
him.
wow. That's really close.
I don't know how big this city is. I'm assuming it's small, seeing
No.
as it doesn't have, seeing as the Forgotten Realms map doesn't tell
Oh.
me
We see
if
it's
it had
not.
people. It's
16,
not small.
16,000 currently.
Oh, okay. Well, can we
Was
say I
it
had
used
a?
to be 80, but then a bunch of stuff happened.
Everything went wrong.
Can we just say that I have a nice little small shop I like, and I'm gonna go wave at them real quick.
Alright.
That's what I'm gonna go do.
Should I be looking at the home screen right now on Roll20 with
Yes.
the Rise of Tiamat? Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking at the Forgotten Realms map right this second.
Ditto.
Oh, yeah. So what do you all do?
Before we head out of town, I'm going to go by the cemetery and leave the flowers at a grave.
Alright. Time to just march northwards and hope you find the tower.
I mean, I can ask around town and see if anyone knows, but I also kind of want to keep a low profile, so I don't want to ask around.
A
Do we
good way
know
to-
anyone here that we can ask?
Two of us do.
Hey, Bryce,
Or-
you know anyone here?
One of us does, and the other one of us kind of.
I don't know, would I know anyone who would know about the tower?
Well, it's a town relatively
Or
close.
the-
I figured a decent number.
Know how to give directions to the tower?
Someone
Yeah,
we can trust and not just a random stranger off the street who might just be someone from the cult in disguise.
If you ask around enough, you find people because there is like supplies and stuff going up there eventually to the town.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't want to do that personally.
Then it sounds like you need to know someone who's safe.
Exactly. That's why I'm looking at the two Dragonborn.
I wasn't here long enough. I'm sorry.
Now looking at just a single Dragonborn.
I don't know, I guess I would try it. I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna try and find someone who might know that I would trust.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have any names.
No.
Bob.
Bob the Butcher.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Should have been Billy.
You had due north.
Okay.
Do
Sounds
not
good.
veer.
If only we had someone with keen mind.
Uh.
You mean a compass?
Only.
I mean, that's basically a person with keen mind.
Do you have keen mind?
I don't. I've contemplated getting it multiple times, but have gone down
Can
different
I
routes.
go buy a compass?
I think we can walk north fairly well.
Which direction is north?
I mean, I'm not innately able to just point and be like, yes, that's north, but I feel like I can figure it out with basic knowledge.
I don't know if me says anything about it. That's not true. I can walk outside. And I could not.
We just head away from the river.
Yes.
In which direction?
Directly away from the river.
There's two sides to a river.
The town is on one side.
Okay. I didn't see the way it's looking at the way this map looks. It's just kind of over the river.
Oh yeah, I'm not
That's
looking at that map.
Yes. Let me go get my fold-out map of the Sword Coast real quick.
I'm probably not going to be very effective on that map either. But anyways,
Won't.
Hold out map, Jesus.
so we can probably
You know?
figure our way north.
Yay.
Do we want to be like stealthily moving?
I think we just move until we think that we don't need to move that way again.
Okay.
What is travel speeds? Can I know the distance?
All right, now that we're
Let's just hope we don't
Yeah.
have to fight any chromatic dragons, because the kobold will probably not help us.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so day 1 travel,
Mm-hmm.
it is fields. Congrats.
Can I light the field on fire?
Why?
Let me just
I mean, yeah, you can.
let me just cause a famine real quick.
Let me just remove.
Like,
Let me
why?
just take Chris's spellcasting focus away. Okay, let's go. Oh, what foods are Alexia's creating for us?
I don't know. Feel free to put in requests.
Pancakes.
Okay. Is it just pancakes?
I mean,
Have you just been requesting
no.
pancakes since the first time he made pancakes?
Yes, flavorless pancakes. Yeah.
No, they're flavored. They taste like
He has
pancakes.
presidentation.
So they're fake flavored.
They're magically flavored.
That doesn't make a difference.
It
They
may or
look
may
like
not be
pancakes.
artificial flavoring, but it's flavoring.
They look like pancakes. They taste like pancakes. I'm happy. Nah. Oh wait, I have presidentation too. I can make my food taste like
Yeah,
whatever I
you can
want it
just
to
make
taste
your
like.
food flavored yourself.
It's safe enough here for a party of your level. I'm not going to try really much random encounters because it's like plains random encounters.
But
It
I
would basically
want
be-
to fight something.
Here is a group of 3 kobolds. Or here's 3 goblins.
Well,
Whatever shall you do?
There's levels.
Why would
I know
kobolds
what I
just
would
be out in
do.
the middle of nowhere?
How much
Arrow
would
of
they
dragon slaying. Let's go.
have?
Literally, I could probably take those kobolds out with the nice thing called fireball. Just does the necklace recharge?
Just
That's
a
a
random
Necklace of Fireballs
No.
does not. No.
Shot by it.
Dang.
Alright,
Jesus.
so day 2. Congratulations. About midway through the day, you see over the horizon level a tower slowly growing.
Ooh,
approach.
whoa.
Could you say it's? Never mind.
Alright.
This is gonna play us traveling music, but it's gonna sound significantly not as good.
So what do you do?
We need to approach without drawing attention. We are in a
Stealth time?
field.
Stealth? I don't necessarily know about stealth. In some ways, question, Caleb.
Yes.
What are the odds that we could, like, words? What are the odds that we could convince? Could we look like we have a legitimate reason to be there?
We could try and make one up. That's for sure.
Well,
I
Chris
feel like
looks
it's hard to
she-
disguise like our type
Wait,
here.
Well, Chris wants to go see the tower. That is why Chris is there.
Well, that's for if we're talking to people. We're more worried about approaching.
Chris looks like she's going to go see a tower. I mean, I don't know. How do you change how you approach?
Think
Like, I feel like
For
we just all.
instance, looking like you're approaching by as like looking like you're merely a group of merchants traveling past, for instance.
yes, traveling past into this isolated town. You put
I
up a
can
mountain.
definitely do that disguise.
We-
I am literally a merchant, but
What one option is we could try and go around, come from the other side. They might expect that less.
what if I just like grabbed a canvas near the tower and I just started painting it? That's inconspicuous, right? Like I'm just painting it. It's a pretty tower.
Yeah, maybe, but there's also the too heavily armored. We could put our armor in the bag of
Yeah.
holding, but
Then you're normal.
yeah.
I could get some canvases for you guys. We could be a traveling painter squad. I love this idea.
I'm gonna vote no to the taking my armor off. I'm more than happy to try to wear a cloak or something
I
over my
have-
armor to hide it.
I can do something for you.
Uh-huh.
Which is
You could cast change appearance on you.
You can cast change. I don't think I know that spell.
I'll change appearance. That's the alter self. There we go.
You can cast alter self on
not
Tyr.
yourself.
You might want to rethink that
cannot-
one there.
Oh wait, I didn't know you couldn't. I didn't realize it was a self range. Okay, I can cast.
We could cast disguise self.
No, the only
I-
spell
I-
the only spell that would help would be seeming, but we don't have that as far as I know.
I can't cast disguise self because I have that as the tattoo.
And do
Also,
you not have a
disguise
tattoo?
self also has, self in the name.
Would you're attuned to the tattoo?
I can't cast. Even if I casted it on me, it wouldn't make a difference.
So does anyone have a better plan than my plan?
I
What's
don't
your
have
plan?
any plans.
Go
your plan,
around at a distance, then try and come in from the back. They might expect people to come from that direction less, so they might not be paying too much attention.
Sure.
Or we could split the party and approach from each
No!
direction.
Yes.
Or we could just take our daggers and plunge them into our stomachs right now.
Why I'm going
I
to
don't
say
have the dagger.
as you do approach, because it's just barely come over the horizon, there is forested area near it and a town nestled in front of it.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's good cover.
Go to the
I
forest.
don't think we should go in that town.
I think we should go to the forest.
I think the forest is a good spot to go.
Mm-hmm.
So to the forest, near the town, near
Mhm.
the
the
tower.
forest.
Um,
Trees.
Yes.
Oh,
As
my
you
goodness.
do go to the forest, we do see more of the tower, and you see one of its layers of protection.
Which is?
It's surrounded by a giant hedge.
Oh boy.
Bush.
Fire.
I don't think
I
that's gonna
hmm.
work.
Chris, remember that famine you wanted to start?
No.
No.
Yeah.
I can turn into a dragon
Okay, and then.
I can fly over it.
Hmm. Interesting plan. Let's
turn
get
into,
let's get closer and try and figure out I don't know, an actual plan.
Yeah.
An
What
actual
if-
plan.
What if turning into a dragon is an actual plan?
I don't know. It could be.
question.
We'll figure it out.
As we're approaching, can I tell how thick are these hedges?
Are they
Are you
thick with-
are you approaching up to the hedge, or are you seeing it from like the other side of a small town? Basically?
Yeah. For now, we're in the woods, so we need to decide when we want to approach.
The hedge extends quite far out away from the tower.
Are they? Are the? Is the hedge thick with 2 C's or 3 C's?
Ashton.
Basically, imagine it's you, town, hedge, tower.
Mhm.
The hedge extends like halfway between the tower and you.
Well, we can't see over the hedge, so what if
No.
it has a hedge
It's-
mage?
It's like 8 feet tall, I think.
Okay.
I bet you it's
That's
a hedge
manageable.
mage.
Reminder that I have +7 to stealth and advantage on stealth checks. If you
Oh,
want me
I
to
think
scout ahead.
I think honestly, yeah, sending us into
Yeah.
recon.
I thought you were about
Dun,
to say,
dun, dun,
so
dun,
if we
dun.
want to stealth, and I was about to remind you, I'm wearing plate mails.
Oh no, I'm fully aware. Half elf boy.
I can give you a little bit of help, but it only for a little short period.
Is there anything I can do for him?
That is true. This is an out of combat roll, which I am notoriously bad at, even with advantage.
Fortunately, I don't have enhance ability enhance ability prepared. Can't help with that.
Can I get the lucky feet. Temporarily, no.
Ah, yes. No, but I can give you guidance, which means for a minute you could add a single d4 of a roll.
For a minute?
For 1 minute, within 1 minute, you get one d4 to add to a roll.
Sadly, I can't give you bardic inspiration anymore.
Alright. So do you guys want me to just go and check out the town or the hedge? I'm guessing the hedge, but I'm
The
just making
hedge is
sure.
our first obstacle, so I think we want to check it out.
Yeah, Hedge.
Alright.
We're looking
I shall
for
go
any
and-
way through it, or under it, or anything like that.
So are you like
Okay.
approaching around, like trying to hide from town though? Like not on the side that's facing the town, but like one of the alternate sides, or are you walking straight to town?
I don't
If
know.
he-
What do you guys think?
If you go round to the west side, the forest does get basically right up against the hedge.
Then do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, 23 to stealth.
So what are you doing? You're going to go look at the hedge?
You add the
Yeah,
d4?
we're gonna go. What's up?
You add a d4?
I did not. Are you doing that?
Yeah.
Alright. 25 to stealth.
Nice.
So it's a spherical hedge. Every couple, like 20 or so feet, there's what appears to be an entrance,
Okay.
like a parting.
It's a maze, isn't it?
It's a maze.
No.
It's a maze.
Can I climb one of the trees nearby to see if I can, like, see over the hedge maze? Possibly?
Give me a was it acrobatics.
Oh, yeah, I can easily do
Climb
that.
the tree.
18.
Yeah, you scurry up the tree. Yeah, it appears to be a giant maze
Fuck!
Aha! I knew it!
of twisting paths.
Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I know the party will not know this, but I'm going to take out my painting supplies and I'm going to start sketching the path.
That's gonna take a while, isn't it?
Yeah,
Hang on,
Well, what
no,
if he draws lines?
but that is a really solid solution that I can do.
no.
Why not?
I'm going to give me a second to show you.
Oh no.
Why?
Does it magically changes itself
It-
around?
It's shifting, isn't it?
No,
It's on fire.
sorry, I'm cutting out the towel from the pictures just so that you don't get anything.
I swear to God, if there's fog again, I'm going to scream.
Wait,
Also,
Ashton, why are you offline?
Okay.
stealth.
Stealth.
Committing to the role.
I'm committing to the. Have you ever maybe thought that I wanted to be offline?
Mm.
Here, I'll make myself online again.
You're
Shut
going
up.
to be here a while.
Oh, yeah, no. You ain't drawing that.
Well, okay, yeah, but if I just draw the one path that I find, that won't
You'd have
take
to
a long
solve
time.
it.
Give me a Arcana check.
Arcana, what the fuck? Okay. An Arcana check. Do I still have the plus D4?
No, you used
No,
it on stealth.
No.
8.
The path that you saw, that you went up and looked at, appears to almost be a dead end.
Okay. Can I keep trying? Like, I have no time limit on this.
Whenever you look and try to start tracing a path, you almost always end in a dead end immediately.
Huh.
Well, at least we know all the dead end paths.
How climbable does the hedge look?
It's
We're
8 feet tall.
We're not lighting
Well,
it.
yeah, but
on
is it
f-
like-
We're not
can
lighting
you
the hedge
get-
on fire.
I said climbable, not
Oh.
lightable.
I heard flammable.
I
Not
know.
flammable.
I can
No,
understand your confusion with
it's
me,
a
but
hedge.
I am-
Hedges aren't really climbable.
They've got
easily.
branches and shit in
Uh,
there. That's
Um,
super easy to climb.
actually,
I've literally climbed a hedge before in my life.
have you never stood on top of a hedge?
I've never stood on top of one. No, that would be
No,
the
no,
next.
no.
That would be the problem.
I'm asking Liam because I've stood on top of a hedge. It's not that hard. Okay, correction. It's kind of hard, but like it's
Okay,
also
but
not
have
that
you stood
hard.
on top of Magic Hedge?
Is the magic
Not to
hedge.
mention, have you stood on top of a hedge while weighing 350 pounds?
Jesus.
I weigh half of that.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah, my character weighs 167 pounds and is carrying 187 pounds of equipment.
So are you
Only
coming?
187? Hmm.
So do you
I'm
come
just
back to
trying to-
us, or
I'm just looking through like what else I could do, and then I will. I could be really stupid just to see, but I'm not going to do that.
I mean, if I still had polymorph, I could just turn into a bird. Wait a second.
Do you not still have polymorph?
Wait a second. Actually,
Yeah, unless I wanted to try and like shoot an arrow towards the tower to see if there's some sort of barrier, which why? I don't think I can do much else here.
no? We're trying to not draw attention so far.
So every time I try to solve a path, it ends in a dead end.
okay, that's
Basically.
why I don't
Oh,
have.
okay. I have one last thing I want to see. Just looking at the image, since it's a circle in the middle. Do I see any openings on the opposite side of me? Like, are there any openings going into the tower from the hedge?
Yes.
So
There are.
I completely
Okay.
forgot that I do
So there
have
is a path
polymorph.
too.
I know exactly what I can do. How many spell slots do I have at a 4th level?
Hmm.
Wait, no.
Do we
polymorph
want to
is
burn that much just getting over a hedge?
Yes.
Can I try
Yeah.
solving? Can I try solving the hedge from the exit, the other end?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay, I'm gonna go meet the party now.
Why don't you ask one of us to attempt to do
Why is it an Arcana check?
Because it's a magic hedge. Magic.
God damn it!
Why don't you ask one of the, I don't know, magic people to do it?
I'm going to. I would like to go back to the party now.
I will clarify, no one in this party has Arcana proficiency.
I should have Arcana proficiency.
But you didn't.
Yeah, because I had to get my other proficiencies back, like persuasion.
Mm-hmm. So you relay your hedge adventures?
I relay my hedge adventures. the hedge adventures.
The hedge has beat you.
So it was...
Hey, you got to admit that was a good idea to try and sketch it out, okay? Like I'm
Yeah.
a painter that was using what I had.
So it was... He
Yeah.
would see a path and then...
When following the path would almost immediately come to a dead end. Any path.
I can cast
Yeah, that sounds like some magic,
fly.
Thank you,
Want to
Jake.
have some detect magic?
Imagine having that prepared.
I'm
Imagine
gonna
having this
dispel
thing.
magic and make the hedge shrivel.
You're sure? Yeah, let's do it.
Oh yeah, the astral plane does sound very fun today.
Wait, what?
No, Hedge is not taking us to the astral plane.
I don't know.
No, genuinely, what would be wrong with dispelling
you-
the magic of the...
Can you not ritual cast it twice?
Dispel magic? No.
No, detect magic.
No, I don't have it prepared.
We have to have it prepared.
I'm not a wizard.
Oh. Interesting.
I have
You do have
dispel
dispel magic. You do have dispel magic.
Yeah,
yes.
we have dispel magic,
Yeah, I have it too.
but I have a
We don't-
feeling Hedge
You
would
don't
be...
have.
Hmm.
You don't have
It's
the
not
spell
gonna come
story
alive,
crowd.
it's just a hedge.
We can try our best to dispel the hedge.
Dispel
Let's not. I vote we just charge in.
I don't vote that. I'm not down with that.
I vote we
What
just
if it's
try
a
and go
what
in
if it's
and
a
try and-
trick? What if when you try to what if when you're trying to like solve it it's impossible, but if you just go, what if you just have
I
to believe
mean-
in yourself?
I want.
Fuck
I
would
wouldn't-
design that.
I don't know, a paranoid wizard.
He has a point.
A
Wouldn't the paranoid
very
wizard not want
powerful.
any way in?
I
Other than his own control?
I I vote that we just try and go and figure it out.
Besides, if we get stuck, we can just teleport back.
Yeah. Why I bought a bunch of stuff to cast that spell.
Alright. If we do go in, I will keep paper on me and I'll try and trace our route in case we need to abort.
Okay.
Don't know if it's gonna work at all because fucking
Write down the direction we went in.
yeah, basically that's gonna be the idea.
So that basically
Intersection,
we-
I'll write like
Well, I mean, if
Left
you
or-
think about it, you can actually draw a maze as you travel because you draw and you note down. So you draw a line and then you note down anytime you come across like an intersection.
exactly. Just to avoid getting lost.
I mean, I think that's honestly the best idea.
Alright, so do we have anything else we would like to do before we try and forge through the hedge?
I'm being helpful.
Are you? Are you really?
Yes, I am.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Let's kick this hedge's butt.
Let's go.
Alright, so you're going to enter the hedge?
Yep.
Let's enter the
Said
hedge.
it's 8 feet tall?
Yes.
Alright.
Man, I wish I had my owl for this. That would make it so much easier. Just like, hey, yo, where to go?
Alright.
Who's
Upon
gonna
walking in,
Wait, I wanna know first, who's gonna lead through the hedge?
Not I.
Not I.
Fuck it. Me.
Alexius.
Alright, I'll cast guidance on you again.
Woo!
Have guidance. You're guided.
so who's
Ignatz
leading
and
it?
the hedge.
Ignatz and then anyone else, or is this Ignatz?
I'm in the back. But not like the direct back. But close to the back.
Time to get the arrow of dragon slaying at the ready.
Liam, are you
Uh,
good to go up next to Ignatz? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, here, this somewhat walks. I'm just weird. It doesn't really matter what order. Okay, I just gotta figure out where's the number. Alright. Upon walking in, let's see. Well, that's the wrong number.
Oh, and
That's
let's
the wrong
watch our
dice.
step too.
It takes about a minute of straight path. Well, no branching paths, but it's not straight. It's very windy. It does some weird stuff like 7 white tawns in a row.
But it never intersects?
Nope.
Oh no.
Oh
Some
yay!
real fun
We're in
stuff.
non-Euclidean geometry.
So you stumble. Upon walking deals a clearing up ahead.
Fun fact: I discovered that Temple Run occurs in non-Euclidean geometry. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Wait, do I remember seeing any clearings in the maze?
Nah.
Ah, guys.
Well,
it's fine.
Alright, you make it. This is a intersection with.
It's a sundial.
Yes, it is a sundial. Currently, are these actually here? I'm going to actually move these down because you actually.
wait, are we going roll 20? Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
You actually need to know the different directions.
Wait a second. This isn't just a maze.
Wait, a tower in a giant circle? And there's a sundial here.
I'll describe what's happening in a second. Hang on, spam call.
Ooh, I
It's
like
right
this.
next to them.
It's a puzzle.
Should I be writing this down for us?
I don't think there's much to write down yet.
Alright, the sundial, despite being late evening, is still pointing a very clear shadow towards A.
Okay, can we see the tower from here?
Yes, it is currently behind you.
What? Okay, I hate this place. Are there
Can I
any
go up
markings
and-
on the sundial?
No.
Can I go up and inspect? the
Actually, yes.
sundial?
There's a marker just pointing to each of the 8 paths.
But no labels, there's just lines.
No. Yep, just lines.
Or actually, I'm gonna keep this kobold beside here because that makes more sense.
I'm gonna try and test something here. You said it's evening?
Yes.
I'm gonna cast light on, I don't know, just my coin pouch or something, and hold it up to the sundial and see if the shadow changes.
It does not.
Hmm.
It does not care about your light.
We're gonna need the light later, anyways. So
No, I'm just missing that light. Once I'm done with it.
All right. Well, I think we just go down the one it's pointing to.
Hmm.
Well, the option is 7 paths that the sundial isn't pointing to, or the path that the sundial is pointing to.
can I inspect the sundial to see if there's anything
Sure?
of note about it? What would that be? An investigation?
Yes.
One last thing. What's the ground here? Looks like stone?
Ground.
Am I guessing an 8 probably doesn't tell me much.
Yeah, it's basically like a cobblestone almost.
Yeah.
Which direction is the sundial pointing? A?
Hey.
I vote
Yeah.
path A.
First, I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation, and I'm gonna leave a small mark, just like a circle with a square inside of it.
Okay.
Sure, that's unique. And I'm gonna leave one on the path we're on, like where we came from, just like on the ground out at where it leads into here. So basically where I'm standing.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put another one here,
Okay.
and those will last an hour. We end up back here. Actually, the one by the A is gonna have a X going through the square as well.
Okay.
So do we want to just trust the sundial?
One thing is when you are traveling like through the winding paths, you can't usually see more than about 15 feet ahead of you just due to how curvy it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say it's our best bet.
Holy shit.
What?
Well,
No way.
What?
just moving you out.
My arena team won against a Fire Emblem YouTuber.
Cool.
Oh.
Last question before we commit to A. Where's the sun?
It's about to set to your right.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. So, do we want to do A?
Yeah.
Alright, so you go down path A.
Mm-hmm.
I 50 seconds of travel at this point.
Yeah.
No, sorry. Yeah.
Alright.
About 50 seconds of more windy paths of fun.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have recast the guidance on Ignatz at some point.
Yes. You arrive in almost identical area. Let's see.
I'm going to immediately check for the markings.
Markings are gone. I'm just gonna delete off. Markings are gone. The towel is straight ahead.
Okay, so we're coming out of the C path this time?
Yes.
Okay.
Towel straight ahead and sun's to your left.
And the sundial's pointing?
Sundial is pointing at A and C. And your markings are nowhere to be seen.
Towers to the straight ahead.
Yes.
Sun is down towards E.
Yes.
And one other place?
The sundial is pointing at A and C.
Yes.
Okay. Pointing at us?
Yes.
So, what
There's
if we
two
went
shadows.
backwards?
Part of me wants.
I kind of want to try going backwards. I feel like that's something a crazy, cooped up wizard would do.
I think
That feels like
It's A or C here. Is one of our paths that we take. Which one?
What about this? What if we leave it to a coin flip?
Between A and C?
Yeah. I mean, my vote's personally for C.
Well, if
But-
it's pointing at multiple things, then I feel like they're both wrong.
Possible.
Or we need to
Here's
split the
my
party.
off the wall thinking
No.
for A. You ready?
Hmm.
The sun's down towards E. The tower is towards G. Which means the way the sun would be hitting the tower, its shadow would be cast towards A. That's my off the wall thinking here.
Just in case you can't tell, the direction of the tower and the sun are completely independent
Mm-hmm.
and don't care about any logic.
So here's my really fucking weird thinking. They're pointing at A and C, right?
Mm-hmm.
Split the difference.
B?
I mean,
Alternatively, there is G, which is just try to walk towards the tower.
yeah, but that's too simple.
Exactly. Wizards are weird.
You're weird. So only weird people just start walking backwards, right?
Only weird people would make the solution the obvious
Chris,
one.
what do you think?
Hmm?
What do you think?
Here's what I think. I suck at traps and puzzles. So asking my questions is not the correct thing. I'm still trying to see if I can figure out what it is that the sundial's doing.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna vote A.
I guess me and the kobold will vote with Alexius.
Alright, so we got...
Okay, so it's A.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh,
I was gonna say we're split 3 ways here, but then Chris just like, okay.
yeah.
So that's 2 to 1 to
Exactly.
1. That's
Hate me
2 to
if I
1 to
split the
1.
party.
So
Ignatz, come on.
Fine.
have some guidance.
It feels wrong to be going down A again, but okay.
I agree with you, but we were
Then
outvoted.
why are you voting A?
I'm
You
not.
didn't.
I voted B.
Alright, can you just label those things now? Build a sundial before us too?
Oh no.
The A and the A?
No, opening 1 and opening 2.
Just say sundial.
Oh, yeah.
So it's only going to take you about 30 seconds to traverse to the next area. Which shall be...
Did I spell sundial right? Dial? Yeah.
Probably.
Sundial. Sundial?
Yeah.
Sundial.
You did.
It's going to be I need to go to use the restroom, so now is a good time to pause.
I will also do
Okay,
that.
so number
BRB.
3, I should replace it
Yes.
instead
I
of
also
Sundial
need to
3,
do
it
that.
should be restroom 1. My team won against the fucking whale. Oh
Nice.
my god.
You should just go comment on that YouTuber's latest video, Get Good Scrub. I'm kidding, don't do that.
I might add him on Twitter because I know he's super active on Twitter. Like, this is someone I watch. This is crazy.
Who easy?
Hmm?
I said who easy?
Z Shadow. Z-E Shadow without the W at the end.
Ah. I know who this is. Very much.
Yeah, I've returned. That looks like Bryce is gone. Maybe?
Maybe, maybe, maybe.
No.
Maybe, maybe, maybe.
No.
Maybe, maybe.
Hello.
What if I come back to?
I don't know.
Don't
Also,
know
another
you.
thing going for A was that A is the direction the sundial should have been pointing in.
That's why I think it's the wrong one.
You know what I think is the wrong one? Cheese.
What if they're all the wrong one and we're supposed to push the sundial to the side and go down a secret ladder?
I'm willing to try it on the next one.
Also, if we want something to name the next one, name it Garden.
Garden?
Yes.
Alright. Just so I don't have to keep repeating myself, I'm just gonna be keeping guidance up on.
Is it a cantrip?
Yes.
Oh, alright, neat. I was a little worried,
Concentration.
like, why is he doing this? This feels useless and wasted on me. But no.
I mean, it is useless and wasted on you, but that's besides the point.
Wow.
Okay, well, you don't have to do me like that. Jesus Christ, man.
It's fun, though.
Heckin' heck.
Sometimes we all need a little help from God.
I don't deserve help from God.
Hmm.
No, you don't.
So what's this hallway we've got here?
Up ahead, you see a bubbling fountain. Both
Oh.
sides of it are covered in flowers. It smells fresh in here. Yeah.
Perfect, I was just thinking I could use a drink.
I
Would not drink.
so like how tall is the fountain?
Fairly small,
Okay.
and you can walk around it. Basically, you can do like that. Wizards can't do that.
Okay, yeah.
Trying to figure out how to word it. The flowers seem to almost shine.
Mm-hmm.
And
And then does the maze appear to just continue on the other side?
Yes.
Can I look at the flowers a bit closer?
Yes.
I want to specify. I am not touching the flowers or interacting with them at
Yes.
with
We're
them
just
at
looking
all.
at them.
Correct.
You gotta stop and smell the roses, man.
Can I go
Yes,
look at
when
the
you
fountains?
look, you can see where the shining is coming from. There appears to be a large pearl set into each one.
A pearl?
Yes. That is shiny. Like a pearly white pearl.
Huh.
Interesting. I bet you never guess what I would love to do.
No. Please don't.
Well, if you would back away, we could use Mage Hand on it.
Double mage hand. Let's joke.
Honestly, sure.
Okay.
I don't have any better ideas.
When you two are done stroking the flower,
Uh-huh.
can I go and inspect the fountain?
So, Force, what are you doing with
Are you trying to pick one, or are you trying to...
The
Backing
kobold,
back off.
the kobold's going to cast Mage Hand and attempt to pick one.
pick back on the pearls?
Yeah.
The pearl or the entire flower?
These flowers are big.
Ah.
If it's
What if 2 mage hands?
I don't have Mage Hand.
I do.
Oh. I mean, if you want to help.
like I guess they're more like flower bushes almost.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we're trying to like move a pearl, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You can't remove the pearl, but the flower doesn't like it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
To be exact, none of the flowers like it.
Uh-oh.
Roll for initiative. The flowers don't like you.
Ah, fuck.
I'm sorry.
Not your fault.
I'm just going to roll them as a group initiative.
Maybe a couple groups, because all of that at once sounds awful.
Yeah.
You could do 3 groups
It's-
before.
It's not that bad. I'll give them individual initiatives.
The second number is the kobold.
Why are the tiles set to 10 feet each?
This is the 3rd map in a row that we've done this, guys.
Because big. Oh, is each one of the individual tiles?
Yeah.
I don't know why it's set to 10. Happy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so that means just roll 12 initiatives.
Uh-huh. If only.
Good news.
They all rolled 1.
No, good news is I've rolled 12 initiatives.
What's the bad news?
Nothing? It's just that you don't have any modifier, which makes it a lot easier to do that.
Oh, yeah.
So now people's.
What is Dex?
Ignat's 18.
Wow, this is like my initiative from combat yesterday. Jeez, everyone
Which
rolled abysmal.
one? Chris, which one is
Excuse me?
which?
The second one is the kobold.
Okay.
Here, I'll read you off the initiatives from we had a combat yesterday in my other campaign.
18 is abysmal?
The 6 is.
Oh, yeah, true.
The initiatives were 6, 5, 8, and 2.
Oh,
The groan of pain. Alright, so,
These guys are not actually on the grid. Frick you.
That's
imagine
rude.
being,
Now that
imagine
I've
being on the grid.
now that I've put them on the grid properly.
You're not allowed to do that.
so, how much AC do we think these guys have?
Yeah.
Probably not very high.
Yeah, should I just rat-a-tat-tat?
Should I just fireball?
So there is one.
If we're gonna have a fireball, why don't we have the person with a rechargeable fireball do it?
There's two before you.
Ow.
This guy is going to hug you, Ignatz.
Also, when
Oh.
did Tyr join
That's
Ignatz in the front? When did that happen?
I've been traveling by Ignatz.
No, yeah, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's going to hug you with its tentacle.
Oh, okay. A little.
20 to hit.
Do you even need to ask?
Wait, what's your AC?
17.
Yeah, no.
You'll be fine. You don't
Yeah.
get hit much normally.
I am surprisingly chunky. If I,
I
need
was.
to be.
Someone walked in my room. What was going on? 20.
It hits.
Alright, so that's going to be. Where's my dice?
What are we looking at? Like 8 damage?
Let's see, 10 bludgeoning,
Uh-oh. That's never a good sign.
3 piercing, and you are grappled and restrained.
Okay.
And is
We
your go.
love auto grappling enemies. They aren't stupid at all.
Mr. Ignatz? Grappled and restrained?
Well, I'd like to. I can't do anything when restrained except for try to get out of the restraint,
No,
correct?
you can attack with just a disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
When restrained?
Yes.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what restrain does.
You can't move, like, at all double time.
Attacks against you have advantage, you have a disadvantage on attacks against other things.
Yo, but how amazing would it be if I sharpshooted hit this guy and killed it?
That
With
would be cool,
disadvantage.
yeah.
What if?
Mm-hmm.
What are the odds?
I don't know.
Still
Do
have
it.
+7 to hit. Let's say they have low AC, for which about this would probably be like 14, 15, which means I just need 2 rolls that are like 7 or higher. Fuck it. Unga bunga.
Right?
Oh, pain. Oh, okay. 25 to hit.
That
What was the
hits.
pain?
19 and then an 18. Crit
Oh.
and then no crit.
Okay. One day you'll
Uh,
crit on a 19.
You can have yourself 20 damage, good sir.
Alright.
I'm sorry, I would like to request the bloody symbol?
No?
Oh no.
They've done weirdness. Stop doing weirdness.
Does it
Time
let go
for-
of me when it takes an arrow to the face?
Oh no, it doesn't let go of you, but it's doing weirdness and I don't like it.
What do you mean?
Why?
What is weirdness?
I'm sorry, guys.
What?
No, it's not your. It's fine.
What?
Also, I'm also going to use the fireball necklace because I'm going to take fireball after expending it anyways. So
Okay.
This entire thing is dumb. Give me a second. I'm they had a brilliant idea to just link them all together.
Oh, I see.
Oh
Okay.
god, that sounds horrendous.
Oof.
So I'm having to go one by one and unlink them.
No, yeah,
you
I
are
got
not
you.
a black dragon. No,
Are you sure?
yes. My
Because there
entity
is a
non
chance.
generic is adult black dragon because it's the highest alphabetical.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, now we're good. Continue.
Shoot it again?
If I try to get out of the grapple, that uses my action, right?
You've
Which
already
you've already
started
used.
using your action, so.
Yeah. Alright, it's pew pew time.
Yep. 2 more fires for your action.
Yeah. Alright. I'll keep with sharpshooter. Jesus Christ. Okay. 22 to hit.
How?
You thought your disadvantage could stop him?
18 and then a 15.
Alright, yep.
18 damage.
Alright.
You can't stop the nets. Alright, number 3. Okay. Okay. Math 16 to hit.
That hits.
Finally something not above
Hog.
20.
God damn it, dice. 17 damage.
Alright.
Your action.
Please
Right.
go down. Oh my god. Okay, nat 1.
Alright. So that was your turn?
Yep. So that was what, 26, 18, 17 damage?
A bit.
So 55 damage? I think if I did the quick math. Yeah, 55
And
damage.
which one did you hit?
Yeah.
The one holding me right here.
Okay.
Yes. Oh. Hey Liam, we get to have fun with being grappled if it can hit you.
Okay.
How bad?
1 off of a crit, 25 to hit.
Hits.
No, we can make that miss, right, Terry?
That's 11 bludgeoning plus 7 piercing. And you're grappled and restrained.
Okay.
And now it is Ashton's turn.
Ba-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
I would much appreciate a fireball ring, please.
Huh? Oh.
So I know where to put this fireball at.
What is it? It's 20 feet?
I think
Probably
so.
right here.
Right here.
If it's 20 feet, then I'd probably say centered on, yeah.
I think
Right here.
That does not hit you.
This.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I think
Yeah,
where
this
my
tile-
arrow is circling around, because it would hit these 6, then it would hit these 2 as well.
Which one?
Yeah.
The bottom of my arrow.
Or the green
silver
one.
one.
We're pointing at the same one.
Wait, what's the radius of fireball?
20
So
feet.
this one?
20.
Yes.
So Dex, DC
You-
what?
Okay. DC 17.
If every tile
How
is
many?
10 by
all
10,
of them before this line.
Alright.
And I also need
8
to.
of them. Looks like.
So yeah, 8 of them.
Sure.
So that was
get also-
17.
Yes, and give me a second.
This guy and this guy saved. Everyone else failed.
I have to figure out the fireball charges.
Are you casting it at 3rd level
it's-
or
It's one bead beyond the 3rd level.
up to the level of the spell? Yes.
I'm gonna expend. I think that's 2 beads.
Throw the entire necklace. Do it.
2 beats would be 4th
Fine.
level.
That's like
Yeah.
the least worth it, I think. Because it one
Throw
beat
the
thought.
entire necklace.
I'm going to do
Yes,
I'm
you
gonna do,
can eat the entire necklace.
I'm gonna do
But-
4th level.
But hang on, isn't it 1 bead for fireball and then 2 beads for 4th level?
Yes.
Or my
Yeah. I'm adding another bead to make it 4th level. So I'm throwing 2 beads.
this would basically throwing away.
Yes, we understand, Caleb.
Okay, yeah. How much damage?
34. The only reason that I'm doing that is because I'm going to take fireball whenever I expend all of the charges of the necklace.
Aha.
Well, as soon after as I'm able to change my spells out.
Button. Alright.
Hmm.
Oh no!
How did the damage look, by the way?
Everyone failed except these two.
Okay.
So then that's
Normal
Liam.
damage, no resistor roll.
Yeah.
Plants, how are they not vulnerable to fire?
I don't know.
They have +7 to con saves. Interesting.
Okay.
I'm just reading over the stat sheet and I saw
So
that
next up
well.
is me.
Yes.
Okay.
What do you do?
Whack whack.
So with disadvantage, whack whack.
Yep. Does a 14 hit?
Yes.
Okay. It takes 10 slashing for radiant.
Right.
Oh yeah, you do that now.
19 hits for 13 slashing, 8 radiant. And then
Yeah.
Should I try to shield master shove it?
I don't know.
You all can't be grappled to it.
It seems like a great idea.
Yeah, what could go wrong? I'll try to shield master shove it.
Alright.
DC 14.
It passes.
Okay. Cool. That's it.
Alright, so then it is Kobold's turn.
She is going to cast Cure Wounds
On who?
on. Wait, is that a. What is the range on Cure Wounds?
Touch.
Then never mind. She's not going to cast Cure Wounds if I can ever find her thing.
Way to like break the grapple on someone? Like, could you cut the tentacles or something some way?
You can kill it.
The vines, I guess, in this.
That
way.
works too, yeah.
She is instead going to cast shoot.
She's going to cast shoot.
Yes.
Pew pew.
She's going to pew pew just like Ignatz on this one right here.
Right.
So I'm gonna have to roll that physically. 17.
That hits.
Good. 6 damage.
Right. 6 damage.
So I've just
what-
had a realization.
One of these is still a dope back dragon.
I don't think so.
Guys, I've just had a realization.
Uh-huh.
What?
It's not. I just think
None
it
of the
is.
rest of them moved. These guys 100% can't move. Either that or they're really stupid and didn't move.
So I think next up is Bryce.
Yep. How about we test that theory? I'm going to pull the staff of fire off my back. And let me see if I can remember how to do this. I'm just gonna put the wall there. And the heat side is facing towards plant monsters on the bottom.
On the bottom.
Let me see if they need to actually me to save this side.
I think it's like the start of Doton.
Okay, so if they're in the wall, they take it's when the wall appears and at the start of their turn.
Right.
Or into their turn. But since they're in the heat section, they don't take any damage yet, but at the end of their turn they will. Need to make a
Alright.
dex save versus fire.
Alright.
And for my bonus action, I'm going to just vibe.
Alright, so top of the round, this guy. Is going to lash at you with another vine. That's 19 to hit. It'll. Oh yeah, it has advantage.
Yep.
That's a
Okay,
19 to hit.
Builder, what's your AC?
Yeah. 17. It's okay, I can't get double grappled.
Sure, you know what? I'm gonna try and block that. I'm going to use one of my new abilities.
Ooh, I was wondering what this was that you kept mentioning.
And it doesn't work. A spectral wing some spectral wings appear on Alexius's back, and they try and flit out and block the vine, but it just kind of goes under.
Alright.
It just is wrong.
So that is. Oof, these guys in max damage. That's 11 bludgeoning and literally max damage, 8 piercing.
Yikes.
I'm sorry.
And
It's fine, genuinely.
and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
So, it's max damage of 18. Constitution saving, right?
Make a con
Uh,
save.
It was 19, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Hmm. Do we think I'm gonna be needing Indomitable for anything?
Probably.
Okay. Then the roll is 7. It's a 13 because I have +6 to con saves. What the heck is 83 minus 19? 64.
Alright, so basically it picks you up and goes slam.
Ow!
Wait, so it hit him and then slammed him?
It has him grappled with all its vines. It basically picks it up and drops, but still caught.
Okay.
So what does that do?
It deals 8 damage, and you're stunned.
No.
Alright, guys, I'll come back in an hour. Let me know how it's going.
So
Wait. Builder,
Hmm?
you have +6 to con saves.
Yeah.
I
You're
give you an extra
standing next to a
+4.
paladin.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so then that becomes a 17, correct? Because you give +4, right?
in that case, you pass. You take half that, and you aren't stunned.
Guys, remember the paladin.
I
I
forgot
don't
the
want to remember
paladin.
the paladin.
He's
I-
important.
Good work.
I was not aware if that included pounded or not, so that's why I waited and figured it included.
No, I don't know how things work, so
How much barbecue damage, Bryce?
Here, I'll go ahead and roll it. I haven't rolled it yet. I forgot. The ones that fail will take 32 fire damage. The ones that pass will take 16.
Where is it to pass?
It is DC 15.
What?
Dex.
Dex. Okay, DC 15 Dex. This guy's bonding up some. How much damage did you say?
32.
Right. I'm just going to use that for all of them. Not 32, if that's fine.
Yeah.
About to not matter.
I'll roll damage per turn if it comes up again.
Yeah, middle.
can I do
Kill the
anything?
one in front of
You are not stunned anymore because
yeah,
we
sorry.
remembered the paladin.
Yes.
Sorry, I
Uh,
stopped mentioning. I just kind of assume you guys know at this point. Sorry.
That
No, I
requires
just
builder to
forgot.
pay attention.
I
does.
didn't know you were half elf, man.
Exactly.
Well,
It
Come on.
requires you to pay attention. Something that
Alright.
builders famous for not knowing.
All right. 13 to hit.
That misses.
Frick.
DC
Alright.
located.
Yep.
What is it?
14.
14.
14. I can beat that.
Remember, you do have disadvantage on all these rolls.
Yep. Speaking of, how does a 25 to hit sound?
That hits.
Maximum damage.
Nice.
Fucking let go and take 22 damage.
Alright.
Oh,
Poggers.
Wait, what?
they're gone.
They all
Easy.
share a health?
No. It dies, dropping its paw. The other ones disappear.
Yoink.
Yoink.
Let's get the poem back out. Back out.
What? That guy.
I'm gonna drop the wall of fire before it burns down.
You think
Down
you can fall
anything?
down this
If
edge?
just in case, I don't want to light us on fire.
Phil. Alright, so
let's
that's
gonna
end of
go-
combat.
I vote we go back.
Why? We just cleared this. We should go forward. Also, here, have some your wound, Ignatz.
Thank you.
Not at 4th level. Not feeling that generous right now.
The kobold is
Understandable.
going to expend a spell slot to
Because I
cast
can also
Cure-
second wind if we need.
So
how much does-
actually,
You get 13 hit point back.
if I can ever find the kobold's spell list,
Should I just
kobold's
second wind
going to
while I'm at it?
extend a thing
Yeah.
for cure wounds on tier.
Nah, do it on Ignatz.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay,
Are you
on
sure?
Ignatz then.
Yeah.
Because I
How
can
much-
heal 11 HP and almost bring myself up to
How
max.
much is base cure wounds?
Ignatz, I have 55
1d8
points
plus
of healing
casting
if I
mod.
need it.
1d8 plus casting mod.
Yes.
That should be 9 points of healing.
Okay, shall we? I guess we'll carry on then.
Let's inspect the fountain before we leave this area at least.
Okay.
Also, Ignatz did get the pearl, right?
Yeah.
Equipment, other possessions,
Plant pearl.
some random pearl.
I like
Don't
plant-
don't add it to your possessions.
Don't.
Who drew this?
Who drew what?
Bryce.
I can't see what you're pointing at.
Yeah, we
I
can't
cannot
see what
either.
you're pointing at.
This. That was very down there.
It's entirely possible.
Because I'm guessing he won't drop. I just look down and just see it.
Did I
Yeah.
get a second cure wounds, by the way?
Yes. You
How
heal
much?
9.
Or 9.
9?
Yeah.
Bet.
Nothing special.
Okay.
It's just water.
Carry on.
Yep.
Can I drop a coin down? No.
Yeah, let's all group up here.
Out
and-
comes Cthulhu.
I'm coming. Oh, hi.
Can you
Everybody-
actually move that far? Yes, you can. Wow, this
Oh,
box is
we're
big.
all moving together.
Into position.
Into group. Nope, Chris is
Chris
in the
has-
Chris fell in the fountain.
Alright, so, about a minute of travel. While traveling, the pole does disappear.
No.
Looked away and it disappeared. So sad. And welcome back.
No.
It's still pointing at A and C.
I like my plan.
Are the
Towers, towers E. Sun is B.
All right, so F it is. Let's go.
B. B. B.
Where did we come from?
We came from G this time.
Came from G. Went.
To be clear, this is Sundial 2. We're back at Sundial 2.
How do you know?
Yes.
It's
'Cause
pointing.
it is
It's pointing the same
The
two
same
places.
ones.
Okay.
So it's entirely possible this is Sundial 2 again. Yeah.
The sun and tower have moved around, but besides that, it appears to be Sundial 2.
Plus Caleb said welcome back.
Well, that's just you. Welcome
That was
back
just
to
we're
the
at a
Sundial.
sundial again.
Do you like that for the
Yeah.
the naming? Sundial to Electric Boogaloo.
hmm Yeah, I
There
guess.
seems to be one too many twos in that
E,
name.
B.
C. 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 C.
I am with Ignace.
Yes!
Why you gotta make me the deciding factor?
Well, technically the kobold could be.
Well,
depending on
he
who
is
goes
the
first.
kobold.
C. 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 C.
E.
Okay.
C.
As
C.
much as I want to, Liam's was the next thing that I agreed with.
All right, so B it is.
I see you picking the wrong decision there, Ashton, and I just want to let you know.
All right, Caleb, we're going down B.
Do you really see it though?
Alright, bye
Down
guys.
B?
I'll go join the different VC.
Oh no.
Are you sure about that? Because that's not different VC. That is Have Fun Wandering Maze.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You ain't ever finding them again.
Well, I could find the way out.
Yeah.
And then pranked.
And then wait for us to shrivel and die.
Yeah. We're doing
I'm trying to figure out how to balance this. That looks good enough. So you travel. Can you not? Guess that maybe. That works. That looks better. So again, this time about 2 minutes of travel. And
Is the sundial any different?
yes, first, hang on. Sun is C, or tower is C, sun is F.
Okay.
And the sundial is pointing at A, D, and F.
New one.
Here's the problem. Well, I guess D is the middle. If we're
Is,
going based on
A,
the mid,
D, and F?
yeah.
Well,
No.
but
Ew.
no, but if you look
Ooh.
at this one, it's forming an arrow.
It's a triangle.
It's an arrow.
How is
And-
it an arrow?
It's triangle.
How is it an arrow? Draw it out for us.
Okay.
Like. Okay, I was
You've
gonna say.
drawn a triangle. Congratulations.
Arrow. So clearly we should
Wait,
go.
is it ADF or AEF?
A, D, F.
Ah, okay.
But here's the thing. Liam, I take your arrow and I raise you 1.
Triangle.
Shush.
Wait. Okay, 1 second. I would like to try and push the sundial.
Draw something too.
Give me a strength check.
Oh, poggers. 19.
I am sorry, it does not beat the DC 50 check.
Okay.
Oh,
Try again
Lord.
later.
So what
You
about
miss 100% of the shots you never take. You
where's
know?
the sun at? You said.
I think I said F,
Yeah, that
and the
sounds right.
tower C.
I have a question. How does a sundial point to 3 different locations?
There's 3 shadows.
About it.
Yeah, but like,
Don't worry about it. It's magic.
okay, but
It's a
then
magic
why
sundial.
why is it a sundial? It's not
Because
really.
that's what they wanted.
It looks like a sundial. It's not obeying the sun.
It
Okay,
is not obeying the sun at all.
so it's a
whatsoever.
wannabe sundial.
It's a swan.
It's a puzzle.
It's a pob dial.
Okay, hear me out here. I vote we follow the same plan as last time, but fuck A because it doesn't let you split the difference.
So do D, or sorry, E.
C. C. C.
Also, can we delete this arrow? Oh wait, I can.
Yeah, it's yours. You drew it.
Wait, you can delete stuff you drew?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
If I had augury prepared, that would be nice. I don't. It would only be once, though. I kind of like E. Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Oh,
I just heard a lot of sounds followed by silence.
Do I have to choose?
You should
Ignat.
choose B, so we're split between 2 paths, and then I get
Ignat.
to decide.
Join the fun side. We have cookies.
Oh.
Fine.
Liam, stop drawing on my map.
Alright,
Be
so we're
respectful.
following E.
But I was being nice. I said hi, Caleb.
Ooh, fancy. It's 2.5 minutes worth of windy paths
Whoa.
that don't make sense.
Yep.
And are slightly non-Euclidean.
We're gonna die in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I come back.
Sundial?
Is it the same one?
Different sundial. First I've got the routine. Sun's pointing to E, main tower is E. Sun is H.
Alright. And the dial?
Sundial is pointing to B, D, F, and H.
So it's a square now.
Sure.
However, when you start looking at the basically X shape it's painted, it starts spinning.
The sundial?
No, the shadow.
Well, the shadow of the
Back
sundial.
up, back up, back up.
It's spinning and slowly shrinking until there is no shadow.
So it was spinning, right?
Yes.
You know what spinning makes a shape of? A circle. You know
Okay.
what's a lot like a circle? A C.
You know what else is a lot like a circle? A
If you
G.
say G, I'm going to shove an arrow up your
It had
ass.
4 It had 4 arrows, and it was pointing. And it needs us to remember the arrows. I'm assuming if we ask Caleb what the arrows were, he's
It's
not going to
B,
tell us.
D, F, and H.
There
So
we
what
go.
we got this time is this.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure that this
Quick
puzzle is
Hey,
there were.
Caleb.
Hmm?
I just had a thought. How high off the ground is the sundial?
Like maybe 3 feet.
3 feet?
Not high.
Perfect.
Where's the sun and tower again? In this one?
Okay.
Towers E, sun is H.
Okay, can I climb on top of the sundial to see if I can see over the hedges? Because I'm 6'7", so that puts me at 9'7".
So we'll climb onto the sundial.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Kind of. Okay. Bye. He's
Wait, what?
bowed. He falls. We watch as he also falls into. He falls basically into the sundial, as if it wasn't. As if the sundial wasn't there.
I'm going to try and reach through the sundial.
Solid.
Guys?
What?
What the hell is happening?
I found
Bryce,
how
quick,
we.
get the portable hole.
Hang on. I'm going to let you know where you are, Liam.
Okay.
So just frick
You want me to
all
join
of
the
that.
other VC?
Oh wait, actually, let me
Well,
see.
hang on. I'm assuming you're not going to do anything for the moment. If so, we'll get back to you.
Okay.
So he just fell
Oh.
through the sundial?
Caleb, I may have deleted Alexius. Thank you.
Wait, guys, holy shit, I've got it. Got it. Okay, he fell through the top, right?
Yeah?
Alright, I hand you the end of my grappling hook.
Oh no.
Let's do this.
No.
I start tying the rope end around my waist.
Oh no. This is an awful idea.
I'm coming to you. Alexius, where are we doing this?
Are you climbing on the sundial?
Well, I'm waiting for you to secure it first. Like, just hook it around the hedge and then hold it with Chris and the kobold.
There's nothing to really hook it around. I'm just gonna have to hold it.
Frickin', it's a. Do you know what a hedge is? It's a giant cluster of twigs and branches.
Yeah, and then it just
throw in
pulls the
bit.
twigs and branches out of the bush.
Well, at least it's better than nothing.
Not really. I mean, any significant capacity.
Alexius
Don't worry.
is a strong
We
boy.
got this. I cast guidance on myself. I'm gonna need it.
Just
I'm
for
gonna-
the time being.
Me and the kobold are gonna come help Alexius hold this rope.
Alright.
I'm curious to see where this goes.
Also, to help out, I'm not carrying the 102 pounds that I have on me. I'm going to put my backpack down right there.
Oh
that
no.
you can actually hold me.
Actually, no. Give the backpack to the kobold.
Wait, so that I can hold you?
The kobold's not going to be any
Wait.
help trying
Okay,
to.
wait. No. I've got the perfect idea. Alright, you ready?
Builder, how much do you weigh and how much does your equipment weigh?
I weigh 140 pounds, and my equipment is 106 pounds.
I can do that normally.
What do you mean?
I can take you down there with your equipment.
No, we're making it easier. Alright,
Okay.
so I'm putting the backpack's right here, right?
Mhm.
Attach the end of the grappling hook to the backpack that weighs 106 pounds.
Liam,
And
would
then
you
you
want to
guys
go to
stand
the
here.
private chat? Because there's
You guys,
split
as
on
the
that.
rope is like this,
Well,
you guys stand
here's
there
the
and hold it.
thing. Okay, bye.
This will work.
Oh, okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, so are you
Take the
are
backpack
you-
and anchor.
you're getting on the sundial?
Is everyone holding the rope?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeet!
Alright, Ignatz, it's like Liam also falls into the sundial slowly. The rope is cut.
I had a feeling.
I'm going
Eh.
to walk. I'm going to walk into the
Tick.
sundial.
Hang on, I'm going to go let them know what's happening first.
But okay.
Pause. It's 2 loops, pause.
So
Now
we
I'm
either
kind of-
solved it or messed up
actually,
tremendously.
Now I'm kind of upset with you, with Caleb, just like you are.
Wait, what?
Nothing. You'll figure it out in a minute.
What?
Nothing.
No, like actually what?
I don't want to say because it spoils it.
Did he message you something?
No, something from earlier. I figured out what this is.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll pass.
Alright, so you do have to.
I'm
I would
going
like
to
to
set
just-
Ignaz's backpack on top of the sundial and just see if the 104 pounds triggers it.
Nope.
Chris is going to grab Ignaz's backpack and walk into the sundial.
Alright, you hop on.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Geronimo.
I just
going
look.
to-
I just look at the kobold and I'll join them.
Oh, are you joining them? In the
Yeah.
kobold? Okay, in that case, I'll move everyone back.
Oh no.
Alright, welcome back, everyone.
It moves
And now everyone's joined.
I
So,
way forward.
to explain what happened, basically, as you jumped, you basically just fall out of the sky, back around the sundial. This time now pointing in all directions, towards every path.
Alexius?
And one by one, you all ran.
Alexius?
Yeah.
Did you get my backpack?
I have it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sun's, tower's A, sun is D. Sundial's pointing in every direction.
So Ignatz and I did some talking while we were waiting on you slowpokes to show up. We
Uh-huh.
both vote C.
Might I ask
See?
why?
Because Ignatz really wants to go to C.
Fine. I don't. That's a horrible reason to go, but since you insist,
C stands for crits, Alexius.
I don't think it does.
It does.
Wait, where is the sun at?
Sun is A, tower is D, or vice versa.
I think vice versa.
Question. How close to the tower appear to be?
Hasn't changed. Just as far as it was when you first entered.
Okay.
Fine. C.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll group up.
Vice is so done with us.
I really think that this is going to mess the puzzle up. Just saying.
Well, the good news is we've been keeping notes.
Yes,
Went
but
down.
we don't-
Came from up? Question
Nice.
mark.
So you're going to see?
I think so.
I just love the came from question mark.
So we went C.
Yeah, it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having to Google names.
The hell?
I told you it was C.
I don't think it's C.
It's C. I don't like this formation.
It just rotated so I can
Yeah,
tell
this
while
is.
you're done.
Oh. New room.
Yes.
And there's a man.
I found Jesus.
It does look like Jesus.
Yes.
I told you.
Basically, this is just an empty space. There's a tiny little pond. Inside of it, there's like a tiny little island almost. It has a thingy.
A gazebo?
Close. It's a
Pagoda.
Japanese gazebo.
I want to.
T
I
one.
want.
It's the T
Does
one, right?
the gazebo? Does the gazebo look hostile?
1 sec.
No.
What did you say, Builder?
Pagoda.
Yeah, that.
Pagoda.
It's almost
Is it
like
a
you typed
pagoda?
it in chat.
The pagoda look hostile.
Oh.
No, and the man is standing there. He sees y'all. He like bows to y'all and then goes sit. There's basically a large rock in the center.
Say a large walk.
When he
Rock.
bows, can I wave back?
So
Just friendly.
I want it to be a walk because if it's a walk, that
just-
means there's food.
Why would he sit on a walk?
rock.
Maybe he
Hi
is the food.
guys.
Maybe he's like. Oh, no, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, no, don't finish any of those sentences that you just thought about.
This feels too small. This thing is much bigger than it's depicted here.
How pretty is
Okay,
it?
this entire pond is the size of the pagoda.
What?
Okay.
This entire pond is the pagoda. This is drawn ridiculously small.
Ah.
Also, I can't help but notice that he is a 2x2.
Yeah, he's an unusually large man. Upon sitting down, he looks at y'all and waves his hand. And has in his other hand what appears to be a kettle that he is
Yes, we're
gone
done.
back. That he goes back to.
Tea.
Guess we're gonna go to this way.
Yes. While
Uh,
I'm walking around it, can I admire the architecture of the pagoda?
Yes,
As
looks-
it is something I have not seen before.
I'm not a big tea fan. I think I'm just gonna chill back here.
I've
There's some
observed it
back
as
tea.
a gazebo before, but pagodas are brand new architecture for me.
Yes.
Wait, you've seen a gazebo before?
The amiibo gazebo.
Wait, you
In third
and you survived?
Yeah?
I'm gonna say
Whoa.
there's like 10 feet entrances on all cardinal sides.
Oh, okay.
Well, we're
I
going to
was-
this
I was
bridge
correct.
anyways.
Yep.
Yeah, the bridge is pretty.
Yes, it's actually Livius.
Oh.
Man.
Alright, so welcome in. It appears to just be a smaller pagoda. He's busy. Appears to be making some sort of drink. On a bed of embers. Surrounding just around the place there are soft silk cushions.
Okay, what's the polite way to enter here? Frick. I want to be like, do you walk in, bow, take your
I
shoes off,
want to
then
be friends.
I don't think that's it.
please grab him. Well, I guess we just walk it. Oh,
I'm just making it so that it's not as confusing due to.
oh. Why?
Alright, that's a 23 to hit, Chris.
Frick, I just lost it.
With what? You're gonna whack me with my own stick?
There you go.
Disarm
like the
proceeds to
color.
hit you with a stick. Spends the disarm action extra.
Right.
Second. What is freaking whatever the
That
ability
gives
is.
you the idea of its size.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit rough.
So,
So welcome inside.
Would it be bad if I casted Green Flame
Hello.
Blade with my staff?
Right now, yes.
I mean, right now.
Tier?
I mean, later.
Are you just
Yeah.
kind of chilling?
Yeah, I don't really feel like having tea.
Okay.
What's wrong with tea, my dude?
It's disgusting.
Yes.
I-
Chris
much
is going to
prefer
go. Chris is going to go whack Tyr with her stick.
If you try it, here will break your stick.
I just paid for this stick.
Then don't try.
He shouldn't be large. I don't know why he's large. Alright, so do y'all come in and sit down? He's about to pouring the brew.
Yeah.
I
It appears
want
to be some sort of
tea.
tea.
I want some tea. Tea is nice.
Yes.
Also,
Tea is nice.
also, Leon, do you actually think tea is disgusting?
Sorry. Other way around. He's putting tea leaves in it. He's not that quite far ahead yet.
Both in and out of character, yes.
Why?
I've never liked tea.
Okay. How much is a plane ticket to Virginia?
Why would you
Did you
fly to
just
Virginia?
dox me
Just
on stream?
wow! I can't
I
believe you
forgot
gave
we-
away
we-
like that.
So-
Liam is one of.
So while he waits for the tea to, I guess, brew because it's hot, but he just added the tea leaves.
8 million
He just
people.
He just sits there, on his walk.
So, how's your day going?
He nods to you.
Oh, okay. That's good to hear.
Ignatz, he didn't say anything.
He said yes, silently.
How's your day going? Yes, that's good to hear.
Shut up!
To be fair, I do occasionally answer like that.
Alright, so, did
Oh.
he is
I want
now
to sit down on
signed?
one of the cushions.
Alright.
1 second, I need to.
I just realized we're still standing there awkwardly.
Chris is
Weirdos.
going to put her bag down and sit on that.
Alright. We don't trust discussions.
Chris just wants to sit on her bag.
Alright.
If I had
Just-
good
just
food,
in
I would like
case.
try to offer some interesting food. So,
Someone
what
that
are
could
you
just
doing
make-
in this hedge? Hello?
He nods at you.
Okay.
At this point, the tea's starting to boil and it's steaming up. It smells interesting.
Okay, so I really feel like it's rude to ask this. What race is this man?
Human.
And by interesting, like interesting within the spectrum of reasonable for tea, or
Very foul smelling.
It's
Actually-
fairly what? Smelling?
Very foul smelling and actually pretty foul smelling.
I mean, I hope you guys know I'm taking it. If you don't want to, I understand, but I'm taking it.
This scares me a little bit.
Let me rephrase that. Foul smelling enough to cause nausea.
Well, listen, he might just be really bad at making it, okay? And it would be rude to not take it.
Yeah, and it's slowly filling up this place. Luckily, it's open.
If only our
So, yeah, open the
paladin was
entrances.
here to use detect poison on it. Too bad he's chilling over there.
There's the minor issue of I don't think I have detect poison currently.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No.
It's okay. You guys have, like, remove sickness and stuff, right?
Can I suggest, I don't know, leaving?
No! This is a nice guy. He's...
He hasn't said anything to you.
Maybe he's a mute.
He does have a point there.
Like, don't be mean, man. Come on. Wait. Holy shit, maybe he is a mute. Maybe he can only write.
Wait, what the hell did I?
Should I offer him, like, a pencil and paper? Guys?
So, anyways, does that do what I want it to do?
Seal
Yeah,
us
no,
in.
I can't see outside it.
Yeah, good. Yeah. So, anyways, these fumes are quite noxious.
Mm-hmm.
Sia, he goes into his bottle. He like falls into the bottle.
What is happening, though? Like,
Basically, almost instant. Once it starts boiling, he basically walls of off shoot up in all the entrances, and he slides down
Slides down into where?
into the rock.
Into the rock.
Yes,
Okay.
and anyways, he comes back out of the rock.
Comes
What?
back out of the rock.
Yeah, and he's gonna have some fun.
Oh no, it's a
Please
genie.
roll
Oh
for
god.
Roll for initiative.
What is that?
Is that a Dow?
What is that? Oh, poggers.
So you literally.
The kobold is going to
is
go
this
before
module?
me.
No, there's about a dozen different things you all could have asked.
Yes, because when you say he's making tea, now you guys are sealed in a room with a Dow.
I asked how his day was going. And what he's doing here.
Oh, hey, we both rolled 19. Cool.
And what is a Dow?
I don't know. I'm going to find out.
Let's see.
Probably painfully.
Is 8.
I'm guessing it's
I don't
made of
know what-
stone or something.
Was that 31?
19 plus 12.
Aha. So anyways, you're up. Just slightly.
Oh, so you're saying the Dow doesn't have 32 initiative?
No.
We're gonna clap this guy's cheeks.
Aha.
Alright. So I can tell that the fumes are poisonous, right?
Hang on. Is it when do you take damage?
Or something. Like, I can tell, alright, this guy has malicious intent, and
Oh,
it's
yes.
just a chill guy making tea.
At start of turn, I need a con save.
Oh no. Oh, okay. 24.
24. Okay, you survive. You pass.
I survive?
Uh,
Hold up.
You pass.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, wait.
You take 7 damage.
You survive.
And it is your turn.
That made me shit my pants a little bit more than it probably should have. Alright, so this is a little mean. I was trying to be nice to you, and you're being just rude, so I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, okay? How does a 15 to hit sound?
It sounds like you didn't hit him.
Alright, good to know, good to know. He's got some AC, at least. How about a 17?
It sounds like you did not hit him.
I'm getting a little concerned.
Consider-
How about a
consider-
23?
23 does hit.
20 damage.
20 damage, alright.
$24 to hit, by the way, for the next one.
Alright. Sorry, Liam,
22
that you
damage.
chose not to enter when everyone else did. 20 what?
22 damage.
Alright.
So 42 in total.
Yep.
Should I do the thing? Are we scared of this guy? Because I have no idea
I
what it
mean,
is.
Yeah, but I don't know.
We are?
But are you scared of him more than the stuff later?
Yeah,
That's... Alright, I'm just gonna
that's the question.
awkwardly shimmy along the wall. Just gonna... Maybe not completely. Stay within, like, you know, running range at least. Meet. So that's end turn.
Alright, then Bryce.
Wow, we rolled really good initiative.
Yeah.
I am going to cast Banishment. I need a charisma save.
You have banished
I have Banishment
Banishment?
prepared.
charisma save.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm not.
26.
Yeah.
He rolled a nat 20 though. That would have been so much nicer for a hit, for an attack.
As for my con save, that's a 5.
Oh. Wait, I probably should have remembered to do that.
Oh, do I even get a turn?
Well, it was at the beginning of your turn, but and that's only 11 damage.
I take 11.
Yes.
I'm assuming poison damage.
Poison, yes. As it's slowly filling with poisonous fumes.
Bonus action. War Priest. Sure. That's, oh, that's actually good. I remember numbers. That's a 27 to hit.
Alright, that hits.
That's going to be 18 damage. Oh wait. Sorry, I probably do need to specify here. 5 radiant damage. And in case it matters, 13 slashing.
Alright.
Which is just normal slashing.
Yep.
Does it matter?
No.
Okay, good.
So is that your turn?
Yeah.
Next up. No. His perspective is wall.
He could still try to break the wall, right?
Yeah.
Punch the wall.
Why does it look like a woman?
Because that's what Dal looked like.
Permission to look up a bigger image of a Dow. Take that as a no.
The real thing I want to figure out is, why is she trying to kill us?
I don't know.
I would have drank her tea and everything. Like, come on. That was being so nice. Why?
I mean,
What
let's
did I-
start him.
What? Oh, baby.
Honestly, no. This is better. That one. That one's easily better.
Alright, Leah.
Chris,
Hi.
it's punching you.
Punching me?
Yes. Falcon punch. That's a 20.
That sure does hit.
What's your AC?
16.
Yep. Yep.
Shield will not help me today.
I mean, it would if you cast it.
It won't help me with that.
Yes, it will. 16
won't.
plus 5 is 21, which is...
It's plus 5?
It's plus 5.
Then I'm going to use my reaction to cast shield.
Alright, so first punch doesn't deal damage. Second punch
Oh,
is a nat 1.
I don't think that one hits. Shield is a first level spell, yeah.
Now it's going to back you to twice with this. We can't actually see it because it cuts off, but it has a giant, like, Warhammer maul. We can see it stick. And it's going to whack you.
Stick. Dear God.
It
Real
is
quick,
4 attacks? Oh no.
Real quick, I just
That's a 22 to hit.
that will not hit. Not with a
Okay.
shield.
It was a 20 to hit?
It was a 22.
A 22 hits you, Ashton.
Not with shield. Oh,
Plus 5
With-
would mean you have 21.
with shield. You said 22. You said 20, not 22.
I said 22.
Well, then that hits.
Alright. I'm just saying how much damage.
Wait, actually...
I don't have the mask on.
Does it
50%,
hit?
50% chance. You know what? Yeah, I want to protect my friend.
You want to protect your friend. Also, I just need to say something.
That's the
Liam,
second one. No, I don't protect friend.
Good job, Liam. I will be there.
That's it.
to
This
punish
D4,
you
this
for
D4 is
the-
getting banished.
That's 21 damage.
That's that. Oh my!
And I need a strength check. Strength save. Wait,
Oh
no.
no!
Oh no, it's a check. What?
Oh
Not
no!
safe.
That's a 6.
I'm guessing making it a save doesn't help.
That's a 6.
No. It wouldn't.
You fall on your butt. So second attack, with fourth attack, it's final attack. Whack, whack, well whack, but with advantage because you're on your butt. 28 to hit. I'm not sure you can help him here, Bryce.
No. Also, I
don't
used my
think
reaction
anybody
already,
can
so.
help me.
Yeah. Only 18 damage. Checking for bonus action real quick.
Chris Hardy.
Alright, and that's its turn.
I'm at legitimately half health.
Yeah?
Yes.
That's great.
And you're prone, so I'll mark you. I believe that's prone. So next up is Kobold.
Well, Kobold didn't like its new buddy boy getting bamboozled, so it's gonna cast Phantasmal Force. Actually, no. It's gonna cast Dissonant Whispers. So I need a what save is it? Is that was int save, maybe? It's one of the saves. I'm gonna have to look at it.
It is not intelligence. I think it's wisdom. I'm 90% sure it's wisdom.
Probably is. Here.
I've already rolled, I just need to know what mod to add to it.
It is a wisdom saving throw. It's a wisdom save.
Alright, wisdom, that's a 21.
Well, it very much so passed that. And I don't remember what it does if it passes. I don't think it does anything.
Nothing.
Does it? Yeah.
Wait, actually, it might do half damage. No. Oh, wait, yes, it does take half damage. So, still roll damage.
I'm going to have to look it up so that
3d6.
3d6 damage.
And then half that.
Or that's 5. There we go.
5 damage?
Halved.
5 halved?
Already 5
No.
already halved, or 2?
That's you got a half of 5. There we go.
So 2.
So 2?
Sure.
2 psychic damage.
What
All
did
right.
you roll? What did you roll?
I rolled 5.
Okay. So that's Kobold's turn, I'm guessing.
Uh-huh.
Next up is Ashton's turn.
Sure. I'm gonna.
Oh, Kobo needed to roll con save.
Oh.
Start a turn. I need to remember that.
My kobold's about to die, isn't it? It's got a -1 to con saves. Does a 12 pass?
No, it takes 12 damage.
-38 -12 is
26.
26. Yeah.
Yes. So now it's Chris's turn.
Yes.
I need a con save from you.
If I can ever, apparently I'm proficient in con saves.
Yeah, because you're a sorcerer.
16.
How much?
16.
16. So you who saved would take half. 7 damage.
Yep.
Phone doesn't randomly make you lose con saves, I'm
No.
assuming. Yep.
Can I attack it from sitting down?
You can stand up.
But that takes an action, doesn't it?
It takes half your movement.
Half your movement.
I'm gonna stand up.
Alright. You are standing up. So you
And
don't die in your turn.
And I'm gonna cast Flame Blade. And I'm gonna stab it.
Alright.
I'm gonna assume a 12 doesn't hit.
12 unfortunately does not say that. 17 didn't hit. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, there's
Yeah,
my turn.
okay. Spell slot's about to go.
Suppose that's about to go ball.
I.
So if that's your turn, Liam,
Pass turn.
we're not going to try to get in. Slash let them out.
I mean, the fuck am I gonna do? I have a sword.
We can whack. No, the wall's not that thick.
Okay, I will whack.
So I'm guessing over here.
I can get banishment off and
Does
get.
an 18 hit?
Yes.
The AC of a wall.
Low. Well, it
Low,
depends on the
low.
material it's made of.
13
But
damage.
14 damage.
Second attack is. Does a 13 hit?
Yes.
13 damage.
You've broken about 1.5 inches way through.
That's a lot.
Oh, wait. I forgot to do something very important.
Which is
That.
cool. All right. Top of the order now.
Yes, Biddle.
Con save.
Hello. Oh fuck.
Yes, con save.
12.
You take 16 damage.
Oh.
You did not save.
Ow. Alright. Pew time. Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
Poggers. 20 damage.
Alright. Biddle.
One sec. Okay, yeah.
Oh, he's doing maths.
Imagine doing
10
that.
does not hit, correct?
No.
No.
Does a 20 hit? Yes. Another 20 damage.
Alright.
That's attack 3.
Oh.
Does a 24 to hit?
Yep.
19 damage.
Alright. Is that your turn, or do you have one more attack?
That's all 4.
Alright.
So yeah, that's my turn.
Alright, so Bryce.
Alexius, enjoy your flanking.
Yeah. It
do
being
you try
bloodied
to
has changed what I intend to do here.
No, trying to banish it.
No, I'm gonna inflict wounds at 4th level.
That probably deals a bit.
It's a 20 to hit.
That hits.
I'm rolling this on D&D Beyond because no.
How many?
That's 44 necrotic damage.
Alright.
And I'm gonna swing with my sword for my bonus
Aye.
action. That's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
And 13 damage from the sword.
Alright.
And oh, my con save, right?
Yes.
You fail.
16 damage.
All right.
Alright. This guy is almost completely dead.
That was the idea.
Unfortunately, you know what that means.
No.
Disengage. Bye bye. It off glides down into the earth.
Does the room change?
No.
Okay.
So next up is Kobold. Oh, con save.
5.
That probably fails.
That definitely fails.
17 damage.
Oh boy.
Everyone filling these saves is painful.
Oh yeah.
It's got 9 health.
Alright. So does it do anything?
What did I just close? Oh, that doesn't matter. It's gonna stab the wall with
Which
its
wall?
dagger. The one
Behind it?
right behind it, yeah.
Alright.
I think it gets plus. So that's actually does I think a 13 would probably hit the wall anyways.
That is because it does. The wall has an AC of 5.
Yeah, I thought so. So its modifier doesn't matter.
I think a 5 is going to be pretty hard to miss.
It does 3 damage to the wall.
Alright. Ashton.
Hi.
Con save?
Uh,
Finally.
22.
Alright, you take 5 damage. So what is Chris going to do?
Does there look like any other way to get out besides stabbing the wall?
You could try blowing up the wall.
That could also cause us to die faster.
What
An
do you mean?
explosion in a sealed space, as an engineer, I can confirm is not a good idea.
I'm going to what is the wall made out of?
Stone. It used stone to make it. It used straight stone level. Wall of stone, I think.
Well, first, I'm gonna dismiss my flame blade, I guess.
You're just gonna let go of it.
Yeah.
Now, are you dropping the spell or are you just dropping the blade?
I'm dropping the spell.
And
I'm gonna try and cast Thunder Wave at the wall.
alright. What does that require? Like a dex save or
Yeah,
something?
Con save.
It's con save.
It fails.
I do 7 damage to the wall.
Alright. You are approaching an inch thick.
That's
So
all I
then-
can do.
Liam?
I attacked the wall twice. Am I good to just roll? No, because I have to. Because if I crit fail,
Long as you don't crit fail though, you hit it. So quick resist roll.
Okay.
And then roll combined damage. You've dealt what, like 20 damage so far?
I don't know. 28 damage this turn.
Alright. That's enough to punch a small hole. And with a small hole being punched, the kettle suddenly stops spewing forth gas.
Okay.
And it's
So-
starting to dissipate.
Do we still need initiative or?
Probably not. Because
At this point, it's we have a hole. We're just making it bigger enough to get through.
Yeah, and at this point, I was gonna say is at this point he will come the dozed Han will drop the off thingy.
Well, that was awful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ow!
Isn't that bad?
Chris,
It
have
sucked.
I
Well, it wasn't that bad.
Both me and, in fact, I gotta give me a second.
We did kind of slap its cheeks a little bit.
Look beside you.
Yeah. I see it.
Chris have 17 hit point.
Thank you. The kobold's gonna cast Cure Wounds on itself.
So Bryce, I'm curious.
Mm-hmm.
Did the flanking help?
Yes. My first roll was a 6. My second roll was a 13.
Let's go.
Wait, you said Cure Wounds is a D8, right?
Yeah, it's D8 plus spellcast.
Ooh.
Alright, so what are y'all doing?
I guess we're gonna head towards the we're gonna do our healing up stuff, and then we're gonna head towards the
Exit?
I'll get in position.
Well, I at least fixed my being at half health.
Is that?
Actually, instead of doing cure wounds, so don't go back to 17 hit points. Let me check this. Yeah, okay. So, instead of doing cure wounds, I'm going to cast Aura of Vitality
Mm-hmm.
Oh?
with Chris nearby and everyone who was in that fight.
Yep.
So we got 10 rounds of healing here to go through. So first, Chris, you heal 5 hit points on the first turn. 2 hit points on the second turn. 11 hit points on the third turn.
Alrighty.
4 hit points on the fourth turn. I'll give you one more here. 10 hit points on the fifth turn.
Can I make a suggestion?
Uh-huh.
It is now basically evening time. Are you all planning on assaulting the tower this evening? This night?
Really? Probably not. Although, I mean, at night is probably the best time to sneak in and stuff.
Yeah, but not this night.
Also,
feel
are we
safe
back
out
at
here?
the all court?
I mean, unless
Nope.
someone starts building a pagoda around us, yeah, I think we'll be fine.
And you're back at the sundial if you're missed it.
Back at the cardinal direction one? All not
Yeah.
cardinal, like all direction ones? Or-
Yes.
Alrighty.
Sure, alright.
Alright, so I would like to apologize. C was not the way.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, to
See
be
what
fair,
happens when
hey,
you go to sea?
don't worry about it. Both me and you ended up getting the party attacked. So I guess that was just your payback for me almost downing you.
Almost downing me? Wait, what?
Oh well, actually, I guess you didn't get hit enough.
Yeah.
Cause you're
It's as long as you don't randomly start wandering, it's safe enough in the maze.
Okay.
Ignatz is honestly
so are we taking a
surprising.
long rest?
I think that's the idea.
Yeah, come
Yeah.
morning.
Can I go ahead and hit the button?
Yeah. What I will let you know is when it is night, the sky is like we're nowhere near any form of civilization ever, if it has ever existed. Type sky.
Mm-hmm.
We just see
that's
everything,
pretty.
Oh, that's actually
and it's
kinda
extremely
hot.
bright.
Oh god, how am I gonna sleep?
By going to sleep. Chris is gonna put something over her eyes to go to sleep.
Alright, we went down C and we came from G.
And it's pointing at every direction.
What do you mean we came from? Oh yeah.
I say go towards the direction.
What
with
if
the
we
tower,
get on the
maybe?
sundial again?
Can we call it there for tonight? I'm kind of done with D&D for today.
I'm done with that.
Yeah, we
Okay.
have been going for 4 hours.
All right,
We
let's end
have.
the stream.